Hello there. I'm Jordan
Hello.
Santagana. Welcome to the After School Club. Unfortunately, our hosts are at a film festival, so I'm holding down the fort. Today, we're going to be talking about the Halloween trilogy, the new one. Don't worry. We have our special guest, Hennessy Soto, the magic
Hello.
horror himself.
Hello, everybody. Gracias por
Woot.
tenerme aquí otra vez. It's been a while.
It has. I'm very excited to get into this because we had very different opinions on Halloween Ends. So I'd like to build up to that if you don't mind. So you have some strong opinions about Halloween 2018, and I would love for you to tell the audience why you don't like it.
Wow, tan rápido. Ok.
Dale, let's go.
Ok. So, mira, yo no he sido un fan de esta franquicia como varios que estamos aquí presentes. Yo la admiro. Es como que de estas franquicias, tú sabes, la primera es una obra maestra, obviamente, pero las secuelas que han venido son como que like, from mediocre to just okay. Las
Season of the
secuelas.
Witch es perfecta, ¿ok?
Oh, sí, 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 sí. Yo la vi reciente y yo quería amar esa película so much, pero es como que, like,
It's hard.
mano, sí, es super hard.
Por lo menos, there's some great homages to it in the new trilogy.
Sí, sí, el font y the tonals, ¿cómo que se dice? The tonal
Y las
shifts.
máscaras también en
Sí,
Halloween Kills. Me encantó eso.
sí, 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 estaban brutal. Pero el punto es de que esta franquicia yo no la adoro. O sea, yo he visto some weird fucking shit en esta franquicia. Like, han requete explicado por qué Michael Myers es como es, que si es un culto, que si le dieron pela cuando era chiquito, o por eso que es evil. Um, o sea, de todo un poco. Y es, ¿me escucha? Hello?
I was just
Okay,
coughing. I can hear you.
okay, sorry. Um, la cosa es de que cuando yo escucho a la gente decir de que esta última como que traicionó a la franquicia. Es como que me quedo como que pendejo escuchando eso, porque es como que, like, ajá, la franquicia que, como te vuelvo a decir, había un culto explicando por qué Michael Myers es Michael Myers. Había la segunda de los 80 que desde ahí la gente se estaba quejando de que no, la franquicia se fue para el boquete.
Yeah.
Y es como que, like, y ahora la gente con Halloween Ends diciendo que francamente para mí es un disparate. Como que no, la franquicia ahora sí que se fue a pico. Después de Rob Zombie, no, ahora la franquicia se fue para el carajo. Es
I
como que
think
it doesn't make sense.
so. I agree and also disagree with you. I think what they mean, and when I say something like that it ruined. I talk about the trilogy and just the
Mm-hmm,
trilogy of the
mm-hmm,
David Gordon Green trilogy, and I think that the first one started off extremely strong. I know that you don't like it as much. We'll get into that in a second. But I felt that it was more than a return to form. It was a return to form with a little bit of a spice to at least to the direction. So I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed how he came across the horror scenes with a mixture of tension and action. So I think, at least my favorite sequence of the movie is the one. God,
mm-hmm,
that scene is amazing. It's just like, especially when he comes into frame, and goes, and
mm-hmm.
we just follow him going from house to house,
Sí.
doing a murder, like a killing spree that's super random. I
Mm-hmm.
think that is infinitely more terrifying than Rob Zombie saying that it's Laura Strode's brother. I think random killing is really terrifying. Like the strangers, why are you doing this? Because you're home.
Mm-hmm.
Así, I think, get at me.
Sí.
And I think where the show the trilogy, I think where the third one betrays itself is the second movie, setting up
Mm-hmm.
the fact that Michael Myers is a cop.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm okay, let me pause for a second. Let's just go ADD with this. We'll just talk about all of them at once because I think
Okay.
I have a feeling that's what's going to happen. Fuck it. Um, I think that the second movie betrays the first movie in making Michael Myers a god, and then the third one betrays the second one by changing him back to a man. And it's like
Ah.
choose which one you're doing, because if you say he gets stronger with every kill, then why does he get beat up by Corey Cunningham even though he's killed people in that movie?
Es como que, again, es que, mira el problema de esta película, de la 3 específicamente. Las ideas que la película quiere traer son tan interesantes, pero se siente como que like, o el estudio o el director dijo, ok, pues, pero tú tienes que hacer una película de Halloween. Como sea que poner Michael Myers. Es más, mira, para decirte más, si Cody hubiese matado a Michael Myers on the sewer, o sea que cae como que una línea donde dice You were once Michael Myers, pero now you're weak. Algo así. No sé si te acuerdas de la escena.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you mean the the John Wick action scene where it's all one camera shot pushing through the sewer? It's like it's always that's my main issue with the third one is that the horror went from tense action to just really cool action, and that's my big issue with the third one, that I don't get scared once. The whole movie you're cheering for them to kill people, and I think that's where the movie portrays itself.
Pero para mí desde la primera, I was like wanting them to kill everyone, especialmente con el humor tan pendejo de la primera. Like I just wanted everyone to die.
See, I feel differently, and I'm gonna. There's this really great film like horror writer named Avishai who's on Twitter. It has really great take, so I can't take this as myself. But he had mentioned something about the third one that now I realized after he said it, which is the first two do go out of their way to establish these characters are likable before they get murdered. And I think that is actually what David Gordon Green and company are strongest at, is within 2 pages making you love the characters. Perfect examples in the first one, the boy that she's babysitting. Within like 45 seconds, as he's clipping his nasty ass toenails, as he says, you love the kid. Big John, Little John, you love him. Es como que the old couple that lives next to Laurie Strode in the second one, immediately. And I think that they didn't do it in the third one. The people that get killed in the third one
are assholes.
You want them to get killed. Yeah. Sure. Pero like I think that's where it goes wrong for me, amongst other things.
Yo te doy un punto ahí, pero la cosa es de que I didn't care about anyone en esta franquicia, en estas 3 específicamente.
Really?
I didn't care about anyone. Bueno, y pero escúchate esto, pero I cared about Corey. Y tú odias a Corey. And I gave a shit about ese nene. Así que cuando el nene se pone evil, I was like, okay,
I don't hate Corey. I think my issue with Corey, I'm going to quote our fearless leader, Nick, who was telling me in the green room before this, that if that story of Corey did not have Michael Myers, it would have been a great movie. And I add to that, it should have just been the 4th one then. That's how you continue the saga of Michael Myers, is kind of like going through it a little bit like Scream también. And this trilogy, what it does so much better than any other trilogy, like probably in years, is how interconnected everything is. And then the third one kind of throws that away. And that frustrated me. Like in the first one, you see the main characters of the second one. And then the second one, they're the main characters. Like, oh my God, those were the hot nurse and the hot doctor, and now they're our main character. How did you think of this? And the third one is just like, there's no connections. Go at yourself. Bye.
Pero, escúchate esto. Isn't it weird and sad que esta trilogía, for all its faults, terminó mucho mejor que The Rise of Skywalker? I'm sorry. I just had to say it. I'm sorry.
We don't talk about Star Wars tonight, sir. I can't talk about Star Wars unless I'm saying good things. The Rise of Skywalker is the greatest film ever made. Every Disney Star Wars movie is the greatest movie ever made. Every Disney Marvel movie is the greatest movie ever made. Please hire me. I would love to direct for you guys. All your movies are perfect. Pero afuera de eso,
mira que yo no they don't search your history.
What history? I love every Star Wars movie. I've never commented. I actually do go out of my way to not comment negatively about Star Wars or Marvel on my Twitter, because I don't want to add, because like, there's so many like mean Marvel fans and so many mean Star Wars fans that it's like there's a corner in Star Wars for everybody. So there's people that love Rise of Skywalker, and I'm jealous of them. There's people that hate Revenge of the Sith, and I feel bad for them because Revenge of the Sith is incredible. So I think that is the true genius of Star Wars, and Disney Star Wars has really hit this home, which is we're creating corners in the galaxy for different types of viewers. So like Andor is for all the people that have been clamoring for an adult story. They gave us Andor. So I do appreciate that about Disney, is that like, hey, you want a silly cowboy movie? We got Mandalorian. You want a silly war movie? We got Rogue One. You want like a heist movie? We got Solo. And I really appreciate that. I think that's pretty cool.
Okay. Yo me lavo las manos como Pilato, como decimos los puertorriqueños aquí.
Yes, porque los puertorriqueños invented Pontius Pilate, of course.
Por supuesto. Yeah. Tú no lees tu historia, nene.
Now, there's a saying down in Texas. If it ain't cheese, it ain't queso. You know what I'm saying, man?
Pero volviendo a Halloween, again, el problema para mí es como que, like, como tú dices, como que se siente que, like, they compressed way too much story en esta última, which is a shame, porque si en verdad tuviesen como que puesto, por ejemplo, cuando Michael mira a Corey y como que transfiere su evilness, right? Que él, sí, yo sé que eso no te gusta, pero like, we'll get into that. Pero,
No, that was the funniest scene of 2022. Como que I woke my roommate up laughing so hard.
Wow. Yo no sé qué decir. Yo estaba como que like, yo estaba más intrigued que laughing my ass off.
It's because when I first saw it, what I thought was happening, and then they explain what happened. And I think their explanation is still silly, but my initial reaction to it was, oh, Michael is letting him live because he sees pain in this kid's eyes like he had. And I'm like,
mira como Ghost Rider.
And it's so weird that, like, I don't know, apparently Michael Myers can warg into people now. Either he wargs into them. That's what other people's. My interpretation was he just inspired Corey to be evil. Other people's interpretation is that he is inside Corey, which doesn't really make sense to me because they kill at the same time. So is he a hive mind now? That doesn't really make sense. Pero I think it was a little silly.
No, it's silly.
How fast he gets inspired. I think that would have been a really good movie. Really great movie if Michael's honestly Kylo Ren. He already is Kylo Ren. They should have just really gone home with the Kylo Ren thing because Kylo Ren is a really fascinating character because he's us. He's the fanboys that are way too obsessed with Star Wars but don't understand why Star Wars works. It's Kylo.
Yeah. Pero again, esta es una franquicia donde tú tienes a Busta Rhymes pateando el
No, estamos hablando de los tres nada más.
Okay, fair enough.
I want to talk about the four. One, and then two, three.
Okay, pero es que como que like...
But yes, Busta Rhymes, that scene is amazing.
Oh my God. Yo mira, yo tenía 11 años, and even then, a esa edad, I thought it was the stupidest thing ever. Okay. O sea, yo soy de estas personas donde, tú sabes Hook, right? Todo el mundo de nuestra edad le encanta Hook, pero yo vi esa película again cuando tenía like 10 years old, y I tuned off. I was like, this is fucking idiotic, like I can't.
I'm still talking right back. I just saw a really gross bug. I have earpods.
Ok, pues mientras que nuestro caballero hace lo que hace ahora, yo también pienso como que, like, again, estamos como que, yo siento que habían tantos buenos elementos en esta película que nadie está hablando en Twitter, todos se van como que a este hate de que, like, no es buena la película, which is bullshit. Yo pienso que la película tiene unos buenos elementos y buenas ideas que las desarrolla bien, porque escuchen, esto es como que las dos se quejaron porque Michael Myers estaba matando a medio universo. So they were like, yo no quiero ver a Michael Myers matando a 1 millón de gente. Y le está explicando que, ok, pero vamos a hacer algo diferente. Y cuando hace algo diferente, a mí se quejan. So, ¿en qué quedamos? ¿Se pena o se hacen rolo? Y eso es lo que me saca por el techo.
There's such like a dumbing down of the issue. The issue with Halloween Kills is not that too many people die. It's called Halloween Kills.
Por eso, sí, ¿cuál es la queja? No, que está matando a un montón de gente y no hay historia. Y en esta que te pones...
No, that's my issue, is that there really isn't a story there, and there isn't a main character in Halloween Kills. And that was my issue, is that I don't have somebody to connect to, and the theme was kind of hit heavily.
Oh, boy, does it ever. ¿Cuántas veces dicen Evil Dies Tonight? Un billón de veces.
I mean, it is funny that it's become like one of the more famous movie lines of.
Sí.
Of like,
it's a meme. It's a meme, right? It's a meme. Yeah.
Oh, meme, God. It's like, look at me. I'm the captain now.
Pero bueno, aunque esa línea está cabrona, pero Evil Dies Tonight.
No, yo estoy hablando del fame.
Oh, okay. Ya. Pero ya, al fin y al cabo es como que like la dirección de estas tres, fíjate que me gustó mucho más que de las primeras dos. And that's saying something, porque tú sabes que tú te like pajeaste con The Warner de la primera, pero yo pienso que the shot composition de la primera is like basically doing casi the same thing que Carpenter, como it's an homage and I get it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pero la segunda y la tercera como que se sienten like, okay, David Gordon Green, director, está como que, okay, this is like what I want to do.
Yeah, especially the third one. I was really taken away by his use of the camera in the third one, how he said, okay, so the first two I did a lot of crazy wonders. We're not doing that anymore. Now we're going to do a lot of really beautiful zooms. And I really appreciated that 4 years later,
Yeah.
So the visual grammar should change. It's kind
Sí.
of like New Nightmare, Nightmare on Elm Street, that it's 10 years later and it's real life. So the actual visual grammar of the film changes. Like
Sí.
Nightmare on Elm Street is a pretty simply like medium wide and a few really gorgeous zoom shots like on the Venice Canal.
Ujú.
And then New Nightmare, it's like the 90s Wes Craven we love, which is wonders,
Sí.
wonders, 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 wonders.
Sí, sí, sí.
Which I love him for that.
Mira, está hablando otra vez de David Gordon Green. ¿Tú has visto varias películas de él o no? ¿O tú eres como que bastante
Yes, so
newbie?
George,
Está bien, ok. Don't.
everybody has at least seen four or five of his movies. So there's no such thing as a David Gordon Green newbie. Let's be honest.
Es que yo lo digo, mira, escucha, yo estoy...
I know you're talking about George Washington. Got it. George Washington's great. Pero you can't say newbie about David Gordon Green with people because everybody's seen Pineapple Express. A lot of people have seen Your Highness, and everybody's seen this trilogy. So people have seen a lot of his work. They know him well. I think, yeah. Just because you haven't seen his Criterion films doesn't mean.
Pero eso es lo más loco de ese director. Es como que like, ese director era literalmente Malik. Era the next Malik. Y es increíble. Es como que like... ¿Qué estará pasando en su mente? Como que like... o sea, hay otra película que hizo que se llama Wind Angels. Wind Angels, something like that. Que es like about... No la he visto, pero vi el trailer y me intriga. Porque es de esta pareja que like que pierden un nene y es como que ellos deciden como que like quote unquote adoptar a otro nene, como que no adoptarlo, sino como que like taken by his wing, y es como que like a really indie drama, y después the next year hizo Pineapple Express y después como que like se fue full mainstream.
Yeah, I mean,
y es como que like
sometimes you gotta make money.
Yo
Now
sé.
Exorcist. So
yeah, que
I don't get his career. I don't get
Yo
it. But,
tampoco.
Fuck it, have some fun.
Yo sé,
Like
pero
the whole Danny Boyle on drugs, his career in terms of like the genres he chooses.
uh-huh.
But Danny Boyle's done almost every genre known to man.
Sí.
It's like, how did you do that?
Sí, pero David no es Danny Boyle.
Oh, no. Perdón, yo digo in terms of course he's not, because Danny Boyle is a human being named Danny Boyle, and David Gordon Green is David Gordon Green. So it's impossible for one to be the other. I think we need to go back to like school or something like that. Pero, no, what I mean is that David Gordon Green has the ADD to, in terms of genre, that reminds me of Danny Boyle.
Okay.
Of like, okay, I'm done with that. I'm good. But it looks like he's really been bitten by the horror bug.
Sí. Hablando de Bitten by the Horror Bug, tú eres bastante newbie con temas de horror. Like, you didn't watch un montón de películas de horror hasta cuando, like,
well, I only watched slashers until like 5 months ago.
Wow.
I mean, then the A24 horror movies, obviously, that aren't really horror movies; they're just dramas.
Sí.
Like
Elevated horror.
Like Hereditary está cabrón, pero yo no lo veo como una película de terror. Yo lo veo como una drama that just happens to have a woman burning at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Which is inspiring for what I want to do, which is like a drama that just so happens to have ginormous explosions. Sorry about that.
Pero a ver, ¿qué más? ¿Qué tú pensaste de Halloween Ends? ¿Qué tú pensaste de The Resolution de todo? ¿Cómo se acabó todo?
I think the procession is a career best sequence.
Okay.
And it was only added 3 months ago, which is insane to think about.
Porque como, wow, yo no sabía eso, like, eso no estaba originalmente. I didn't know that.
I'm too high and I forgot we were on live. I'll tell you after. But
my god, okay.
Fuck. Anyway, yes, so that scene's fantastic. No, it's just a reshoot. The scene is a reshoot scene because the original ending went from like slitting him his. I don't even remember what the original ending was, but the procession itself, I heard was added because and that's the beauty of reshoots, that for some reason reshoots have this like nasty connotation, and for people who've never made movies, but for people who've never made movies, I want you to imagine that you put your heart and soul into something and you realize I can make this even better, and somebody's giving me money to make it even better. Sí. That's a beautiful thing, and they can be as simple as a close-up of like somebody using the mouse, ¿entiende? So I think that reshoots are like a very gorgeous thing, and for some reason they have a negative connotation. But I would murder for reshoots. I would be so happy if I could do it, especially for the short I have now. If I could do reshoots,
O sea, la gente no lo, yo no sé si la gente sabe esto, pero Lord of the Rings, half of that movie is reshoots.
Viggo Mortensen has been very vocal about that.
Boy,
I love him, pero he does not like doing action scenes. Let's
No.
just say.
bueno,
Which I
aunque
get it.
tú ves el documental, he's really in it, which is like
Sí.
bizarre cuando tú lees lo que él dice, como que like, what? Okay.
That's because he's that good of an actor. Es como Mark Hamill in The Last Jedi. Que Mark Hamill. No, I'm serious because
Yeah.
Mark Hamill was so frustrated and
Yeah.
angry at the materials we all know, yet he delivered what I would argue is a career best performance.
Yeah, same.
And for him to give that performance while disagreeing with it shows the kind of not only like professional he is, but how good he is. And
Yeah.
it's like I would kill to write a Western role for that man. I think that dude's got an Oscar in him for sure.
Ese, mira, para decirte más, ese tipo tiene the face of close-up. Es que tú lo pones en un close-up, ese hombre, es
Sergio
como
Leone
que,
would love him.
oh my God, es como que, like, como hay varios actores que dicen esto, pero Javier Bardem. Me recuerdo que esto que Iñárritu, nuestro director favorito, pretentious director favorito, él decía, los ojos del mundo estaban en Javier Bardem. Y yo puedo decir eso con Mark Hamill también. Porque you can you can read mucho de lo que, you can read what he's thinking pretty clearly. Que
Sí,
eso es like
Bryan
a sign of a
Cranston
great,
también.
¿cómo es?
I would argue Bryan Cranston y Gosling y Diego Luna también. That they're like those kind of actors that you don't need to give them dialogue.
No.
And then they just act.
Yeah.
Like, dope. Thanks for that, bro.
Aunque Gosling me la pela algunas veces con su, like, yo no sé por qué lo hace tanto, es como que, like, cliché now, como que, like, no, I'm brooding intense Ryan Gosling. O sea, tú ves Drive y tú ves Only God Forgives, y es como que, like, a mí me encanta Only God Forgives, y es una película bien divisiva, pero hasta yo tengo que decir, papi, like, stop with the, like, I am serious actor, I am dead serious about my acting role, y como que, like, you know, I get it.
But anyway, so
Gracias a que le hace comedia, by the way. Anyways, yeah.
Did you like the Nick Castle cameo in Halloween Ends?
¿Quién era él? Yo sé que es un cambio, pero ¿quién era? ¿Dónde estaba?
He was the old man in the bar. In the bar in the beginning, he's an old man.
Oh, nice, nice.
So that was cool. I want to meet him. Anyway, so yeah, to answer your question, I think the procession was really good,
Mm-hmm.
And the opening was hilarious, which I don't think was the intention. It's such a funny opening. It felt like I was watching a scary movie.
Okay, vamos a bajarle dos.
No, I think scary movies. No. I don't mean in the bad way. What I mean is like I thought I was watching a movie that's a horror movie that's also hilarious. Because the way that he fell and everything was so dumb. It was so funny. And then the constant zooming on the parents and then Corey the parent. It was funny to me. And I don't know if that was the intention or not. But if it was hilarious and I loved every minute of it.
Me encanta que like, cuando el nene se cae, like, how did he fell? O sea, la baranda y el nene, like, para que él se like, cayera, tenía como que like, jump over la baranda. So that alone is hysterical.
Yes. It's just like everything about that scene is so stupid. Because they don't even go to tell you that Corey's afraid of the dark. They don't tell, like, he just starts freaking out for no reason.
Well, he starts freaking out porque we know why he's freaking out. Nosotros, la audiencia, tenemos la lógica, pero la lógica de la escena itself does not make sense.
No, but he's like freaking out because, like, what if Michael is here? But then you just found out that the kid trapped you and he's fucking with you. And if the parents get home, the kid's gonna get into trouble and he's gonna get yelled at for locking you in.
Yeah, ¿por qué? Mira, ¿por qué Corey no se sentó por like 5 fucking segundos para esperar que los papás subieran? Like,
or just play along.
Yeah, exacto.
Like, oh no, he's getting me. Y ya, pero
pues, the plot says so.
The plot says so.
Literal.
So the fact that they turned Allison into somebody who grabs a shotgun to go hunt Michael Myers into somebody who falls in love like that and also fucks a dude like 30 years her senior and dates him apparently and everybody's okay with it. That was weird. Her ex is like a fucking sheriff like that dude was like 40 years old. I know the actress is like 35, but the character is like 22, maybe 24. So why is she dating some 40, 50-year-old dude with a receding hairline? Why is that her ex? It was so fucking weird. So fucking weird.
Bueno, tal vez David Gordon Green como que se inspiró demasiado escribiendo el guión y como que, o sea, como que, like, están escribiendo, like, que sé yo, como que, like, he's, like, fond of, like tweets. I don't know, like, tú sabes como que es, like,
It
weird
was
shit.
weird.
Yeah, it was weird shit in your brain. Y como que, like, you know, it happens. But yeah, it does not make sense.
Do you remember in Halloween Kills when
Mira, y by the
everybody...
way, pero no puedo interrumpirte, pero, like, si el tipo fuese un poquito más atractivo, then I would get it. Pero el tipo era como que, like, a schlub, pa' colmo.
I don't know because people on Twitter think he's really hot. So
¿En serio?
I think that
Wow.
we're just not the ones to judge that one because
Yeah,
people on Twitter think he's really
Fair
hot.
enough. Fair
So
enough.
I'll
O sea,
take it.
miren esta cara bella mía, o sea, you know, gorgeous.
Es que your hair needs to be longer.
Sí.
No,
It will. It will.
My one issue I have with Halloween Kills that I'll never understand is Michael Myers is a super famous serial killer in this universe.
Oh my god, ya sé por dónde tú vas, pero ya,
Okay.
you know.
He's a famous serial killer. They got podcasts. They probably got documentaries on him. But you tell me that the town has never seen his face. When he took
hilarious.
cabrón, when they took the shot, what is it called? The photo when you go into jail? What is that called?
The what?
Yeah, you know the photo they take of you when you go to jail.
Oh, the mugshot.
Yeah, his mugshot. He had his mask on. In every interview, he's got his mask on. It como que like, this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life.
God,
because
see.
everybody knows what Michael Myers looks like. Because you just go to Google, type in Michael Myers, and he's gonna come up. There's gonna be like Murderpedia articles about him. The girls from My Favorite Murder probably have like 3 episodes devoted to the Haddonfield murders. The Serial Killer podcast has an entire season devoted to it. The Monster podcast, Atlanta Monster, I assure you there's a Haddonfield Monster podcast in that universe. So you're telling me that those motherfuckers have never fucking seen his fucking face? Or the fact that they're in the fucking bar and it shows the face of the guy that kills himself on the television very clearly. The umbrella guy from the first one, which was...
Sí.
Let's not get into how offensive the first movie is to people with mental health issues and people in mental health facilities.
Oh
I'm
boy.
so tired of the M. Night Shyamalan approach of like, they're creepy because they're weird.
¿Tú sabes qué? Ese cliché me encanta. I know it's fucking stupid, pero es como que like...
It's just fucked up. It's like Milos Forman in the 70s. I'm sorry. Was that 70, early 70s or late 60s, whatever. He was able to humanize them that long ago. And we're still doing this. ¿Qué está pasando, güey?
Pero, o sea, it's a horror movie.
Ay, perdón, se me olvidó.
Sí,
yeah,
you
so
know,
that's my biggest gripe.
Estamos hablando de like una franquicia donde tienes ese superhuman madman. Of course, va a ser como que algo bien operático, donde él está, como que tiene como que los cuadritos, todo el mundo está como que parado, sentado en los cuadritos. Eso fue un visual cabrón, eso te lo doy. Pero, like, everyone's like crazy, like, como que like.
I thought it was hilarious. Like, I rolled my eyes and laughed when he walks out of the house that's on fire, and it's a slow-mo shot of his face, and he looks super cool and super badass, and you're like, what the fuck is this? This is not how you do a fucking slasher. Like, there's not a single shot in any of the Scream movies like this, yet we still think he's cool as fuck, and people still dress as him.
Bueno, que hay una toma. Bueno, I will like object porque hay una toma en la 4 that paints him pretty cool.
Which one? Which shot?
¿Tú has visto la 4?
Duh, who the fuck?
Pero para que nos escuchen el contexto, este servidor empezó a ver las de Scream, you know, las de Scream reciente. Pero yo pensaba que tú no las has visto antes. No. Don't fucking kill me, bro.
Scream is Halloween was always my favorite slasher. And Scream scared the shit out of me as a kid, and I loved them. Loved them. It's just it's been 10 years since I watched them.
Pues por eso,
I sat down and I watched
all
all 5 of them in about 2 days. And I was like, oh, so Scream and Scream 2 are my favorite horror movies of all time. And then I saw Train to Busan, and I'm like, damn it, now Train to Busan. But also, apparently Jaws is considered a horror movie. So is it Jaws? And also, they say Hitchcock is a horror director. So then is it The Man Who Knew Too Much? I don't know which one's my favorite horror movie now. Because some people will literally argue that a thriller is a horror movie. So that means all of Hitchcock.
Sí,
So the man who knew too much, obviously,
sí, sí. Oh, sí.
because the ending,
¿Cuántos
the ending
matan?
with Doris,
Mira, ¿cuántos matan en esa película? Like 20 o 30 personas.
the man who knew too much.
Sí, sí.
No, he saves people. I think only like two, I don't think one or two people die in that movie.
Okay. No,
Because
pero una
it's
película de
not.
horror. Es a slasher.
No. The man who knew too much
I'm
is the
fucking with
one.
you. Yo sé ese.
Okay, so because that one is the one where it's
Yo
Jimmy
no he
Stewart.
visto, yo no he visto, solamente yo he visto dos películas de Hitchcock en mi vida. So. Oh yeah,
Which
I
ones?
know. Psycho y The Birds. I know.
Wait, so you've never seen Rope?
No, no he visto Rope, no he visto no,
Okay,
no he visto casi
so
ninguna.
the man who knew too much is fantastic because it's about Jimmy Stewart,
Ajá.
and he's on vacation with his family, and somebody mistakes him for a fucking spy and gives him information he's not supposed to have, and this regular schluck, regular old American dad gets brought into this fucking globe-trotting spy adventure, and the last 5 minutes are just gut-wrenchingly beautiful. That it's
wow.
like it's like you cry from happiness. It's like Doris Day gives an incredible performance in the ending, and they use music almost as a bullet in the ending of that. The whole movie, music is a weapon.
Okay.
And I think you're gonna really love it, dude. Like music is it's such a great homage to literally like Bernard Herrmann. It's not homage. It's just more like he gave Bernard an insane amount of room to just jerk off.
Okay.
For lack of a better term, it's really gorgeous.
Fair enough. Ok, para tenerlo de Scream, pues Scream 4 es una toma, ¿sabes? Cuando están matando al policía, he stabs him in the head, y está ese, we'll print back, y the Ghostface is in the background, like, tú tienes direct focus de policía nada más, y tú tienes a Ghostface in the background, ¿sabes? Esa toma está cabrón.
Está cabrona.
Yeah.
But he doesn't then go on to kill 20 firefighters.
Pero la toma está cabrona.
Está cabrona. Está cabrón. Pero bien cómico. The way he kills them, it's like.
Sí.
And then he sword fights one of them. I'm like, am I seriously seeing Michael Myers sword fight a firefighter? This is not what I signed up for, dude.
Yo me lo estaba gozando unironically. Yo estaba sí, mátalos todos, Michael. Mikey, kill them all.
Kill them all. I was good to you, Mikey. I was good to you. That's the only scene I remember because that scene actually fucked me up. Because I'm like, he was good to you. Fuck you, Michael. That was so rude of you. And it's such a terrible way to go to fucking air conditioner.
Primero lo ahoga, después para colmo casi lo ahoga, después le mete the TV en la cara para colmo.
So, TV not air. My issue with the zombie films is that it's this really small subsection of horror that existed in the 2000s, which is why I grew up hating horror. Which is, I don't know what the word for it is. There's probably a word for it, but I would call it scream horror, where it's not scary, but because it's not scary, they just have a bunch of women screaming at the top of their lungs to make you feel scared. And I hate that shit. So like the ending of Zombies Halloween, where she shoots Michael Myers in the face, and then it's like 3 shots are going, and it cuts to black. Like that kind of horror, I can't stand. That like, is there a word for that kind of bullshit horror where it's not scary, but people are still screaming at the top of their lungs to scare you?
Well, it's called asshole horror because the people that made that decision were assholes.
Is there honestly?
No, honestly.
No hay nombre o algo así.
No.
To describe.
Yo sé que estaba torture porn. Eso sí, eso me recuerdo, pero pero no.
And I hated those horror movies too. They were terrible.
No, las de Saw no eran, las de Saw las puedo defender. I can defend those movies.
I can only defend Saw 2, not Saw 1. Because only because Saw 2 has Donnie Wahlberg and it's really funny. I'm a co-op. I'm a fucking co-op. I'm trying to find this guy because I'm a co-op. So I really dig that, and I thought that the ending of the second one is infinitely cooler than the first one with the dun 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 dun.
That's interesting. O sea, la primera, wow.
Es que Carrie Elwes' performance, and I love him to death, but Lee Whannell's performance, they're both fucking terrible. It's like, I love you, Lee. You're amazing. You're one of my favorite directors, but papi.
Pero to be fair, not, bueno, piensa lo que tú pienses, pero like, esa toma de él como que hablando al final, de la toma de Carrie Elwes como que cogiendo by the shirt y dice, I'm gonna bleed to them, me tengo que ir, he goes away, hasta la toma final de él gritando, no! That was done. Yeah. Eso fue toda una toma. Because they couldn't do a second take. So por eso fue que those choices were interesting to say the least. Because they didn't have the money to do a second take.
I'm gonna tell you the thing I hated the most.
Uh-huh.
So it looks like this podcast, all we're gonna do is talk about horror movies. Got it. Fine. So the thing I hate the most is the speed ramp 360 shots in the Saw movies. I can't stand them because it's like, and then he did it again in the theatrical cut of Furious 7, theatrical cut. In the director's cut, the ramp ups aren't there for the opening shot, so that may be a studio decision. But I still cannot stand those kind of like. It's like, this is dumb.
Mira, tú sabes que you're kind of right porque on his the Dead Silence movie, there are a ton of rack focus shit y eso fue studio interference. Porque James Wan no quería esa mierda and they se lo obligaron.
Is that, does he, if I'm not mistaken, in his remake of the Charles Bronson film, I'm forgetting the name, does he do that in it?
The remake? The Charles Bronson? Ah, the Death Sentence.
Yes.
No, no lo hace.
Okay, because I do remember the shot that I literally jizzed in my pants in the theater. And, you know, it was so dope. It was just like, now I'm going to push my camera outside of a fucking parking garage.
Oh, eso me voló la cabeza. Como que, oh, like, how is he doing this?
I love camera shots like that.
Sí, pero by the way, esas dos películas are fucking great. Y mi gente, si no han visto Dead Silence ni Death Sentence, véanlas, que son tremendas películas.
What's Dead Silence?
Dead Silence, the puppet movie, the puppet movie que él hizo.
Esa fue su...
¿Cómo es?
People have told me, like, I'm literally wearing Chucky socks because they were a birthday gift.
But
I'm not a fan. I just like, it's just a doll.
Tú sabes que yo estoy igual los dos, pero to be fair, cuando yo vi Dead Silence en el cine, like the climax creeped me out. Creeped me the fuck out. So.
Did it creep you out more than Malignant?
No, Malignant, eso yo me estaba gozando, eso era un... Oh my God. Mira, esa... yo, no me decirte algo, yo nunca me había traído un hombre hasta que me di cuenta que James Wan escribió on his final draft, and then she rips her head apart, y yo como que like, oh my God, papi, like, si yo te veo, prepárate para el beso, porque like, you're a fucking genius.
Yeah, no. He's not.
He is a genius.
He's a genius. I want to work for you, James. I'm just kidding.
Same.
No,
así que no hablen mal de Mami Malignant, okay?
You know, his shots are insanity. I got to give him that. Like the
police station in Malignant, que todo eso one shot, cabrón.
Sí, está cabrón.
Yeah.
The oneer in Aquaman as well. Really wonderful. Sí. So with Halloween, why is it that you don't like the first one in terms of 2018?
Okay, mira qué fácil te lo digo. It's too boring for me. It's too boring. It's more of the same. Esta es una película que hemos visto un billón de veces. Es como que like, you know, and I felt bored cuando la vi en el cine, and I felt bored rewatching it the last time I did. I was like, mano, like, I don't care. Like, yo prefiero ver the Paul Rudd one ahora mismo que ver este boring fucking shit.
Is that one H2O?
No.
No, that's 5.
Esa es la previa de H2O.
Okay.
Yeah, and that movie is fucking piss. That movie is awful. Los dos cortes de esa película are awful. Y H2O is pretty good. A mí me encanta H2O, to be fair. A mí me hubiese gustado que la franquicia se hubiese acabado ahí. Porque si tú sabes H2O, the way it ends pretty, like, definitively. And then they made Busta Rhymes, you know, doing his old, like, Bruce Lee stick. Oh my Christ. Es que yo, how can fucking people, like, see that y no morirse adentro un poquito? Como que, like, mano, like, is it all about the paycheck? Y ya como que, well, fuck it, they pay me. Oh my God, yo estuviera muriéndome de vergüenza.
Yeah, I don't know. Pero, so you're bored by the film, but what about it bores you? Because you say it's more of the same. However, the film did give us a lot of good scenes, like the dinner scene with Lori and her family. So what is it about it that you felt was more of the same?
Mano, es como que, como vuelvo a decir, ninguno de los personajes en la primera me importaron mucho. Los chistecitos pendejos que hacían me quedan como que I wanted to rip my ears off. Porque tú sabes,
you also don't like jokes, though, famous.
No es que no me gustan jokes. I'm a funny
Yes,
guy
yes.
in real life, pero es como que no, papi, come on. Yo
You
te choqué, no
famously
venga.
don't like jokes. You said you didn't like Homecoming because of the jokes.
Sí, pero
You
okay, pero
famously don't like jokes. Vamos a ser honesto, bro.
I like good jokes. Me gustan jokes que me hagan reír.
The
No me
jokes
gustan
in
jokes.
Halloween 1 are pretty fucking good. The
No, pero
entire
está bien.
theater erupted.
Pues, ¿qué yo puedo hacer?
You're saying Danny McBride is bad at writing comedy. I'm going to call the Danny McBride police. You know who's bad at comedy? Brendan Schaub. Not
¿Quién?
Danny McBride. Brandon Schaub or Schaub, some fucking podcaster idiot.
Oh, okay.
I think Danny McBride's pretty good. I
Él es un
enjoy.
tremendo actor cómico, ¿sabes? Si ven This is the End, él es super funny. Y escritor.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank
Yeah.
you. His Vice Principals is amazing, as is Righteous Gemstones. Very
Yeah.
well written.
Yeah.
So
Pero.
well, what is it like? So you don't like the jokes,
Ajá.
and the characters didn't interest you. So this overall, the first one was just a dud for you.
Ya, era un dot. Like, no me gustó. Era como. Again, más de lo mismo.
And then Kills you liked because it was just.
It was balls to the wall. I don't give a fuck. I just want to
It was
kill a bunch
super
of people.
nihilistic.
In a very creative way. Not to nihilist them. I'm not. Okay. A mí me gustan historias that end nihilistic, but you have to
That's what I
earn
mean.
them.
That you liked it because that one more.
Pero esa película
more
no es nihilistic. I didn't feel like, oh my god, I want to like kill myself cuando se acabó. Es como que
Maybe
it's
not
fun.
the wrong word, but it's a very mean movie.
Okay, esa es mejor. Esa es mucho mejor.
Yeah. Very mean movie, which
Yeah,
I enjoy.
Yeah.
I think it's also really funny. And I don't know. I think you're supposed to laugh when he's looking at the body and he's like, "Yeah, it needs another knife." Like you're supposed to laugh at that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, because that's funny.
Yeah,
Those kind of touches from Michael, like in the first one, the touch that I really loved is in the oneer where he's going randomly killing people. He stops him to the baby, and then he keeps going. Yeah. Like he's a monster, but he can at least recognize innocence.
Yeah.
And I thought,
esa escena admito que me gustó mucho, pero
it's incredible.
Yeah, esa buena escena.
Pero it's interesting because they used the camera shot outside of it being a sexy camera shot, but they used it to legitimately heighten the tension and to heighten the fact of how like the randomization of it. And that's scary. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yo te la doy, pero again, es que a mí me gustan my slashers to be either completely psychological or balls to the wall, o al menos que tenga, mira, si tú, te voy a poner mucho más fácil. Si Scream 1 fuese solamente about the characters y no about the fucking Ghostface killing people, si fuese solamente about them, I will be still totally 100% be invested in the storytelling.
Yeah, I mean, Scream's the greatest slasher of all time.
Yeah, it's one of the greatest. Yeah, definitivamente.
Yeah, it's not uno; it's the greatest slasher.
Okay.
I'll fight a lot of people on that one. I think Scream 1 and Scream 2 are like, if you're ever writing a slasher, that's what you should be trying to top.
Fíjate.
Perfect.
Ya. La primera te la doy. La segunda tendré que verla otra vez.
You gotta rewatch it. It's really good.
By the way, yo la mandé a buscar y todavía estoy esperando que venga, so estoy esperando por eso.
Okay, because I think you're gonna really like it. I started checking like Rotten Tomatoes, like the user reviews, just to see if people were thinking what I was thinking. And it seems like there was like a very giant consensus, which is Scream 2 and Scream 1 are tied. Because Scream 2 does everything that Scream 1 does, and then elevates it to the next level, including the characters. And I really appreciate that.
Sí,
it's so much more character driven than the first one.
Tendré que verlo otra vez porque yo me recuerdo que la segunda, aunque me gustó mucho, pero es como que I felt like something was off. I can't como que like
check it again. It's amazing. Check it again.
I check it again.
So they asked Jamie Kennedy because there's like a famous oneer in the movie where he just breaks into a British accent for no reason.
Sí.
He's like, "Oh, I don't know," and then he keeps walking. So they asked him in a podcast a couple weeks ago, like, "So why did you do that?" And he goes, "Bro, I truly have no idea. I just thought it'd be hilarious. There was no reason for it, and it works so fucking well."
Él es un comediante, guys. He's meant to make jokes.
That is the slashing kill that still bothers me to this day.
Oh, verdad que sí. Y la manera en que está tomando, oh my god, Wes, o sea, rest in
I
peace,
know,
cabrón, pero
I
like,
know.
él
He
está
literally
hablando,
got killed in a camera room. The
oh, yeah.
filmmaker got killed in a room full of cameras. It's beautiful.
No tan solo como, no tan solo esa ironía, sino, again, that jump scare, top, like, 20 que yo he visto en mi vida.
Top of the line, absolutely.
Ya, es como que, like,
Scream.
y tú no lo esperas, porque él está hablando por el teléfono, and then he jumps. Porque hay como que hay un push back and forth entre ellos dos hablando.
Yeah.
Y él está entrecortando between like the white shot del alrededor, cortando back to him, cortando alrededor, cortando with the other characters are doing. Mágico. Eso like hand to God genius.
So I really want you to see Scream 2 again because most of the movie is that kind of hand to God genius. The opening of Scream 2, I don't know.
Eso me recuerdo, the opening of Scream 2, me recuerdo the kill de Jamie, bien vívido, y me recuerdo el final.
Do you remember who the villains are?
Sí. Que eso fue algo, fíjate, que ahora, que basado en mis recuerdos, que I felt it was way too over the top comparado con la primera about the villain thing, the way like the modo operandi, like I'm going to explain my plot, right?
Yeah.
Ahora, 20-year-old Genesis hated that shit.
You
30-year-old
gotta watch
Genesis
it again because they make fun of it actually.
No, por eso, because even in bad movies, cuando hacen like su monologue, I laugh my ass off in both. O sea, si lo tiran bien brutal, if they pull off, amazing, bro. If they don't, it's even more delicious because the over the
That's
top.
why I avoid it. In all of my scripts, I don't like. I don't think you've read most of my scripts. I don't think I've ever done a single bad guy giving the monologue at the end. I don't do that shit. Like I'll have monologues everywhere else, but like that's like such a boring cliche that I don't know why people do it.
Yo
Scream 2, if you
mira,
remember,
yo tengo que borrar lo mío because there is one.
Yes, but your film, if you're not, is a mixture of a criticism of cinema and also a little bit of tongue in cheek in it. So I would highly recommend to have that in there and to even go so far as a camera pushing in slowly as he says it.
No, yo sé lo que voy a hacer y ya lo tengo en mi mente. Pero obviamente funciona en la lógica de lo que estoy escribiendo, pero
perfect.
I would do that shit a lot. You have to literally stop me for like en la computadora. Genesis, stop typing the fucking mother. I'm like,
anyway, mira. So Scream 2, the monologue is interrupted by a bullet. And she tells him to shut the fuck up, essentially, if I'm not mistaken. You gotta rewatch it.
I don't.
Timothy Oliphant is interrupted by the older woman in his monologue.
No, he doesn't. I remember that. He doesn't. No.
She interrupts him.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. She interrupts him and makes a comment about how stupid it is. Essentially, like so.
Yeah, when she does what she does, yo me recuerdo eso muy bien.
I think.
Pero es como que like no sé, es como que pues tendría que verlo otra vez. So.
How do you compare Scream 5 to Halloween 2018?
That's a good one. ¿Tú sabes qué? Esta de ¿cuál? De Halloween. Okay. La Scream 5 es mucho mejor que Halloween. Scream 5 para mí.
But like I knew you were gonna say that, but tell me why. Like go into it.
Pues porque
Sorry.
Okay. Porque lo que pasa es que Scream 5 al menos como que tenía cosas interesantes que decir and they actually pulled it off. It wasn't like a half medium type of like, pues estamos diciendo esto, pero we don't like no le metemos como que cuerda a esto. Pero
the J.K. Rowling approach?
¿Cómo es?
The J.K. Rowling approach. Where it's like you say you're political, but it's only to the point where you're not pissing off Republicans. That's the J.K. Rowling approach. Where it's like, Albus Dumbledore's gay, but I'm never going to put it in the story so I don't scare the Republicans.
Yeah. Eso para mí, that's Halloween 2018 for me. That's it. You just said it. Pero y la 5 también tiene, me gusta como que más, like the horror set pieces me gustaron mucho más. Like the Dewey death scene me gustó mucho más que cualquier mierda de Halloween 28. Exacto, it's been an honor. No me lo esperaba, by the way. I was like, wow. Y aunque lo de Randy fue bien out of nowhere in a good way, this was very fitting también para ese personaje. So I didn't feel like, mano, lo mataron, qué cojones. O sea, I didn't feel like that. Los personajes me gustaron mucho más. like they were like so lively, like cuando cuando ¿cómo es la que es? La que está diciendo The Rules en la quinta de Scream 5, like
Oh
the
yeah, she's hilarious.
Exacto, ¿ves?
Yeah,
Para que después digas que a mí no me gusta funny shit.
fine.
Pero ya, es como que, y aunque tengo problemas con Scream 5, on some of the execution, especialmente with the villains, que eso es como que un punto como que me gusta gustar que usen como que addressed un poco más for my own personal taste, pero overall, y la vi recién también, Scream 5, I have it there, vi la 1 y la 5, like, sacaron, there's like a box set de
Why
las
didn't you
dos,
do all of them?
porque estoy esperando que salga en 4K, las dos va a ser en 4K, la 3 va a ser en 4K y so, I'm waiting. Yeah, I know, yo soy
It's
maniático.
October.
I
Come
know.
on, watch it.
I know,
What are
pero
you
que
doing?
depende por el 4K, you know. And Scream, esos transfers HD de la trilogía look like ass, mano. They look like ass. Hasta tú dirías, mano, porque tú sabes como que es super weird. But anyways,
You know what looks like ass is the Matrix special edition Blu-ray that came in a silver box with black Matrix lettering falling down. It is truly one of the worst prints I've ever seen in my life, and I didn't notice it until I went to go see Matrix on 35 in the theater, and I went home and I was like, I'm just curious. I'm gonna put this Blu-ray on and see how the scenes look, buddy. They literally added a green tint for it to match number 2 and 3.
Yeah, baby, they did.
It's truly gross.
Yeah,
I heard that the 4K, the projectionist told me that the 4K version is pretty good.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's the Blu-ray que tengo también. Yeah, it looks fucking great. Like,
It's
se
interesting
ve
how
como
much-
se debe. Anyways,
Exactly, and it's interesting how much Bill Pope plays with darkness in that film that you don't
Sí.
realize when you watch the Blu-ray, because they do what Halloween Kills does with its color correction, which is it just boosts the blacks. So it's like you don't actually not boost the blacks, actually does the opposite. So it's like it becomes really noisy,
sí.
and there's not true darkness in the image. So it's like they've been using this image to sell the movie of Jamie Lee
God.
Curtis with Michael Myers in the background,
Yeah, it looks like shit.
and then they do the same shot again, exactly. And it's interesting. It's not that it looks like shit. It's just that
No, pero
there
fíjate,
is
en la
a
versión
large
que yo vi,
difference.
perdón,
And even though that shot doesn't even appear in the movie, which is hilarious. They did that
Yeah.
shot just for marketing and didn't even match it correctly, which
Yeah.
blows my mind.
yeah, pero yo pensaba que toda esa cine va a ser así, pero like, no, es como que like, maybe it was like, la manera en que es comprimida la imagen y por eso que salió así.
That's what we have to wait for it on Blu-ray, because the Sound of Metal Criterion, for example, has a lot of noise. It has the Amazon version has a denoiser on it.
That's interesting.
So you have to watch the Blu-ray. That's why physical media is always going to be better.
Sí.
It's just always going to be better. I don't care what they say.
Yeah, o sea, siempre. Like,
You may
guys,
say that
que escuchen
these are
esto,
bad.
please, guys, keep buying your Blu-rays. En
Do we even
verdad,
have comments? I don't think so. Oh my god, people have made comments. The opening little child accordion scene. Jesus. I thought they were setting up the tone of this movie when that little kid bit the dust. Yes, I did too. Like, I thought that it was going to be a comedic, like Edgar Wright type of movie after I saw that scene. And I'm like, let's do this. This movie's going to be fucking hilarious. And then it wasn't.
no.
But
Pero
yeah,
mira, tal vez tú pensaste que it was hilarious because you're a sick fuck.
I mean, I'll be honest. I think one of the funniest comedic scenes in all of cinema is the shootout in Django Unchained. That scene's hilarious.
Sí, yo también, yo pensé.
It's so funny.
It's over the top. It's hysterical.
Hay tanto sangre. Yo vi, I don't know, I saw a very terrible over-the-top movie last night called Terrifier. And that one I was laughing at, but not because it was good. It was fucking terrible, bro.
La primera, ¿viste? La primera tú estás hablando.
Yeah, I saw the first one. It was fucking terrible.
Mira, mi amiga me la recomendó también porque quiere ver la segunda. Y como
Mayra?
que está interesada. Yeah. Pero,
Mira, ¿qué caro te pasa, bro? ¿Por qué
pero
estás viendo
nada.
esa mierda?
Mira, ella no está viendo nada. Es que lo que pasa, están hablando de la película del payaso. Están hablando de la película del payaso. Y como que, ¿qué
I did not think it was going to be funny. Child murder doesn't amuse me, you sicko. It's not child murder. It's a very hilarious doll with really bad like physics to it, falling down and falling into the frame for no reason. Like that's funny, dude. And the way that he dies is, to me, is objectively hilarious. That it's like this is so unrealistic.
It's stupid.
It's so stupid. It's like scary movie to me. Like when in the third one, when he picks up the kid and his head hits the fan and then he flies out the window. Como que that's the opening to Halloween.
Wow. Yeah, no, the movies. No, okay, yo no pensé que fue estúpido, but it was like darkly hilarious para mí. Yo no me estaba mirando a risa, pero I get it.
I thought it's like an Always Sunny in Philadelphia funny.
Oh my god.
You're like, this is fucked up.
Yeah. Pero
yeah.
Oh, mira, lo de Matrix, yo casi traigo like the Blu-ray print.
At any point in the movie, did you doubt the killer scenes like if they were in his damn head?
Esa es una buena pregunta.
Yo
no pensé eso. Yo en ningún momento pensé que it was on his head.
I would laugh my ass off if you did the fourth one. And it's like Corey Cunningham like wakes up.
Oh, where am I?
Okay, let's talk about this.
Okay.
Michael Myers has been out for 4 years. 4 years.
Yeah.
And Laurie Strode decides now is my time to not put booby traps. Now is my time to live my life while there is a supernatural serial killer out there after me. What the fuck was that? He literally says, like, I choose to live my life without booby traps. Girl, you made a terrible decision because he's still out there. What are you doing with your life? And Hennessy's told me over text, well, maybe after the first Halloween she gave up. Sure. But then what happened? What happened with Halloween number 1 in 1978 all the way to 2018? All those Halloweens she didn't give up.
Oh my God.
He was in jail and she thought he'd come after him. So now he's out of jail and he's living out in the wilderness. Why does she think she's safe?
Oh my God.
Dumb protagonist. In fact, there is no protagonist. Corey is like the protagonist almost of the fucking movie.
No, él es el protagonista. Él es el que tiene el arc.
Yeah, but that's pretending that anybody has an arc in these movies.
Okay, that I like.
Laurie, it's funny because Laurie almost has an arc in the first one of getting over PTSD, and then she just murders the shit out of him. And
literal. Like, eso me encabronó tan brutal. Like, yeah, you're saying her.
Which is fine. It was still a great scene. I love the Judy Greer sequence. I don't know if I can do this. I can't do this. And then she's like, I can't do it, Mom. And then he appears because he thinks she lost. And she goes, gotcha. Bah! Love that. Love.
Okay.
Love that. I love the entire ending of Halloween 2018. It's so fucking dope.
Es un buen final.
Es
un buen final, pero again, I was so checked out. I was like, well,
it should have been the only ending.
Sí, ya también. Pero, mira, me tengo lo de Matrix. The Blu-ray original, like, era para colmo, they use like a codec. Do you know what a codec is? They use
Yes, I know what a codec is. Let's keep talking about Halloween. We'll talk about that.
Anyway, punto es, they use a shitty codec en toda la trilogía. It looks like shit. Si ven Matrix, no ven the Blu-ray. Watch the first one. Dale. Ya. So, el pecho.
Miguel said, the scene in the nightclub. Do I click on it and it pops up? How does that work? I guess I got to read it. The scene in the nightclub has shots where she's dancing with him, but the other chick is supposedly there with him, but she's nowhere to be seen in the frame. I was like, what the fuck is going on in here? Hennessy's left. It looks like his power has gone out. So now it's time that I can finally start my rapping career and start freestyle rapping to an audience of 5,000. I don't know what to do right now, so I guess I'm going to just talk until he comes back. I think what's interesting about the film is the score is really incredible, and it really builds up what's going down. I don't know how to add you, bro. Text Lex. I think it was really interesting what John Carpenter did with the score, where he's adding the old themes, but then building upon them with new ones. So with the Procession, for example, it's like he broke up the Halloween theme and created a brand new theme because Michael Myers is dead. You don't need to use that theme anymore. And I think that kind of film composing, where you're using basically your notes as subtext, I think is really great. And it's kind of lacking in some modern horror films. I think right now we're kind of getting a lot of droning coming on and stuff like that, like a lack of melody. But yeah, I'm just waiting for Jen. Got signed out, but look at the comments. The whole police force suspended. Yes, can you imagine reading the news where it's just like Haddonfield police strips a dead body to a car, ties him down, and essentially takes him on a tour of shame across Haddonfield, only to chop his body up. I would love to read those images. Oh, thank God. There's another person here. Hello.
Bro, like Jesus, I'm here to save the day.
Thank you so much. I don't know what else to talk about to
Man,
nothing. I was like, ah.
let me get him back.
There he is. Hennessy, what have you done?
Okay. I bid you farewell. I'll see you guys later.
Love you. Hennessy. 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 So I don't know who's watching right now, but we're getting pretty close to spooky season, and I think it's time to pop on those spooky movies. So I would highly suggest watching The Thing, the John Carpenter one. If you haven't seen it, it's a very, very spooky, creepy, disgusting movie with entirely practical effects. If you're a person who's a fan of like Reservoir Dogs or Hateful Eight, you like the kind of movies where, like Werewolf by Night, where everybody is in one location and somebody's the killer, I guess, almost like a whodunit horror picture. That's definitely a movie you'd really like. The Thing is incredible. Another one I'd recommend is no, Train to Busan.
Sorry, mi gente, que un día un botón sin querer.
I just started freestyle rapping.
Oh my God, gracias a que estaba en el baño.
You missed the greatest raps of all time.
Eso es nada. I'm
Yeah.
fine. Anyways.
Pero we had some comments talking about how when he's dancing in the nightclub Corey, the way that it's shot and edited, you don't really know where the other girl was, the friend. I think it's true. I think there is a few issues of geography within the film. Absolutely. There's a lot of close-ups where like, where are you right now?
Yeah, pero to be fair, like nosotros, no, bueno, tú dices que tú veías mucha película como que de horror y por eso que like you hate them, pero una de las cosas que también me endiablaba también que they use like a lot of shaky cam, they use like a lot of quick cuts, they use like, you know, that drove me insane. Por ejemplo, la primera vez eso I could take it, pero al menos como que like it was very contained, no había como que tener mucha geografía anyway, so you can go all fucking balls out. Pero mano, when you're like setting up the kill, I have to know where you are. Y like, tú sabes, the quick cutting no está ayudando tampoco, which is insane.
And he kept doing the thing that was creepy in Carpenter's and in his 2018 one, and he did it ad nauseum, was killer in the background stabbing somebody repeatedly. Is he did it way too many times. It's like, I get it, you've already done it. And the fact that for the billionth movie in a row, one of Michael Myers' only kills, you do this the super cliche through the chest and they get stuck. Like, I've seen that so much. He does it in every fucking movie a million times. This is his only kill of the movie, essentially. Like,
pero una cosa
dope. I don't know. Like, we went from him John Wicking an entire like 30 people with shotguns and shit, and they somehow end up inside of a studio with low lighting for obvious reshoots.
Ok, pero to be fair, primero que nada, that's like, es como decir, es como que tú vas a un concierto de Elton John y no te toca Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. Como que tú quieres ver a Michael Myers apuñando a alguien through the wall, ok? You want to see it. I don't mind it.
But not if it's the only one.
Pero pues, a mí no me molesta, pero like, yo te entiendo lo que tú quieres decir.
It's Michael Myers, man. Do some cool shit.
To be fair, like, él, bueno, para mí, él no es como que de estos slashers que sus kills are super mega inventive. En estas primeras tres, sí.
I don't mean inventive. I just mean cool.
Pero por eso cool.
Like, cool. You use the lighting. You use the light, or like when he puts the motherfucker on the fence. This shit's hilarious. You know what? I'll give you one thing. The best kill of the movie Corey had, which the DJ had the best kill of the movie.
Oh, sí.
Which you do hear the DJ in Halloween too, at least Portugal Man. In terms of connectivity, pero that was a great kill.
No, it's like 10 out of 10. Pero ¿sabes
10 out
qué?
of
Me gustó ese kill, pero my favorite kill de la trilogía es the Big John Little John duo.
Absolutely.
Oh my god. Fuck.
Oh, that part gets me every time when he gets it. And it's also like, guys, get out of the fucking house. You know.
Exacto, exacto. That's fucking stupid, pero ¿por qué se puede hacer? No, pero después le cogen la cabeza.
When he picks up the little knife, he's like, I got a knife. And it's just the whole theater just exploded in laughter. Because like you have no idea what you're going against, buddy.
Yeah, and that was meant to be funny. So
yep. My favorite comedic moment of the entire trilogy is in the first one when the kid tries to kiss Allison, and then he's sitting there, and the light comes on, and Michael Myers is there. He's like, "Hey, I'm sorry, Mister Whatever. I'll get out of your lawn." He's like, I was just really drunk, man. And they play it in a wide, and he's like, "Have you ever just liked the girl so much, but you can't have her?" I thought that was hilarious. The entire every time I see that scene, I die of laughter. Like, that's fucking great because, yes, sir, he knows exactly how you feel.
Wow. Y esa es la primera, ¿verdad?
Yeah, in the first one. So
okay, I don't remember that. I don't remember that. So.
Cabrón, es bien cómico, and he plays it all in a wide. I mean, he's a comedic director as well, so he knows what to do. And he plays it in a wide. It's a close-up. He goes, "Have you ever had a girl that you want so bad but you can't have?" And then it cuts to a wide of him just standing like that.
O sea, tú dices esa escena, ¿verdad? Como tú dices, that's funny. Pero la escena de los policías en la 1, que they're talking about sandwiches, y yo como que, like, motherfucker, are you like serious right now?
Wait, that wasn't supposed to be funny. The only joke in that scene is, and I laughed at it, is that looks like a meal a 5-year-old would prepare when he shows up.
Eso mismo, like, eso
That's the only joke of the scene. I like that.
Yeah, y también los jokes en el principio de los papás de Allison.
I thought that shit was funny. It's like, I got peanut butter in my penis.
Oh my Christ, are you like serious? Yo estaba como que muriéndome de vergüenza en el cine, como que cabrón, like, aren't you like comedians? Like, ¿en serio? Pero,
I thought it was
pero tú sabes que como que like tomato, como que like we both have different tastes of humor, so.
Yeah. Yo, mama has different taste.
Oh, deja a mi mamá tranquila. Pero yeah, Halloween Ends terminó la trilogía de una manera bastante decent. Tenía unos elementos que me encantaron, pero unfortunately, como que they didn't get through the finish line. Otra cosa, yo no sé si mencionó cuando Laurie se intenta suicidar. I thought that was fucking stupid.
Makes no sense.
Makes no sense, ¿verdad que sí? Como que después ella se va a matar. ¿Cómo es?
If Corey heard that, he was like, okay, my job here is done. Go kill yourself. Bye.
Exacto. Y él como que, you thought I was going to kill myself. Como que, like, what? You was like, that was like a serious dramatic beat. Oh no, I was fucking with you.
It was also stupid because Laurie Strode would never do that. It's just betrayal of her character.
Yeah, 100%.
I really, really thought it was so funny when Allison opens the door, and then Jamie Lee Curtis, Laurie Strode, a woman who has just been stabbed a million times, who's run, just somehow in that moment is like, I don't know what to say, I forgot how to speak, I'm in shock. And it's like, really? You're in shock. Got it. It was just so dumb. It was so dumb. Fucking dumb.
Yeah.
And then she's walking, and then she realizes he's a killer because the thing's on fire. You do that 5 minutes later. There's no reason to do it. Just have her come in as he's trying to kill her, and she fucking kills Corey. Give Allison something to do in that fucking movie.
Es más, yo te voy a dar una mejor. Porque cuando Allison ve eso, que Allison se vuelva como loca e intente matarla a ella. ¿Verdad que eso sería más interesante?
I thought that they were going to make Allison a villain in it.
¿Verdad que sí? She even says it. Like, let's burn the whole town, whatever.
And I remember when the first one ended.
¿Verdad que sí? With the zoom and the knife.
I heard you guys were talking shit about my movie.
Oh, no.
Say it to my fucking face.
Your new movie sucked, bro.
No.
Suck dick.
I liked it.
Suck dick.
Anyways, guys, I had to throw my 2 cents into this fight. Hold on. Give me 5 seconds. Hold on.
You change the background?
That's the next step. What are you talking about? We're franchising everything. It's Jason versus Evil Dead versus Freddy versus me.
I love it.
All right. You kids love the multiverse, right?
All right, Mikey. So what was it like filming this movie and watching yourself die on screen?
The only reason why I was taking out this movie is because I was canceled by the leftist agenda.
Wait, what did you do? Why did they cancel you, Michael?
There was not a lot of multiracial community inside of where I was doing my
Haddonfield?
killings. Exactly.
I think I just saw your face. I see your face again. David Gordon Green is directing this. That's also another thing I hate. Why do I see Michael Myers' face? I don't need to see his face. I never have. I've never asked for it. I've never wanted it. Why are you showing it to me?
So I'll take it from the top. Just in case you guys don't know who this is. Hold on. Let me see if I can take off the fucking filter now.
No, keep it on. Keep it on. You gotta
Anyway.
give the review as Michael Myers.
Okay. Anyways, I'm not gonna go that far.
You got to do it.
But-
I dare you.
But I'm not gonna go that far. But as the movie opened and the kid took the swan dive, I was like, I'm not gonna lie, that shit worked on me. I was like, oh shit. I think
Okay,
this is
you didn't think it was funny.
I didn't think it was funny at all. I actually thought like that is officially the first kid murdered in any of the Halloween movies.
That's not
Pero,
true.
oh,
That's
no,
not
y el
true.
primero, la primera de matar niños.
A
he
child
literally-
though? A
Yeah,
child?
he
Yeah.
takes an 11-year-old and snaps his neck. In the second one, he cuts a 12-year-old's head off.
And are those like in the old ones, the very, very first one?
No, the new one. In Halloween 2018, the kid that's like, Dad, I want to be a ballerina, which was hilarious. And then he literally chokes the kid and cracks his neck.
Eso sí.
So
And then in the
how
second
old was
one-
that? Was that kid a teenager?
No, the kid's
No,
like
tenía
11,
como like
10 years old.
12 años.
No, he was young. And then the other kids with the season of the witch masks, he cuts off the skeleton's head.
Yeah.
Ah, damn!
No, kids die
such,
in these movies.
Yeah.
he's such a blur
Which I
to me.
appreciate.
Honestly, like to me, I got shocked. I was like, holy shit! I was like, okay. I fell for the bait. As the movie went on and I saw where they were going, it's obvious. Like they're basically setting up the whole. They're looking for a new monster, or the whole town has kind of not totally gotten over the Michael Myers thing, but they're in need of a new monster in town to blame everything on. That's the way I felt, like I interpreted the opening or whatever, or what it takes to make a killer. It was, I'll be honest with you, I was just like, I don't know what the fuck is going on in this movie. I don't know what's the point, where they're headed with this. So they had me kind of hooked of like, what's going to be the turnaround here? Is any of this, I personally saw it and I was like, is any of this thing even real in this guy's head? Is he so fucking tweaked that is he so fucking tweaked that like the whole scene in the nightclub, the scene where even he saw Michael in the sewers.
Uh-huh.
I was doubting everything. I was like, this doesn't feel to me like Michael Myers, the character. Like this is not the way he would react. There would be no reason for him to spare this kid. So I'm like,
Yeah, but to be fair, 4 years can change a man. Maybe he was like,
What about the 20 years he spent in jail for murdering people and murdering his sister?
it's just another point to prove that the system does not work. Okay.
That's what's crazy is that could have been a great theme of this trilogy, because he is a literal child of the system, because he goes in when he's 6 and then he comes out when he's like 20 and then he goes back when he's 20 until he's in his 40s, 50s. So most of his life's been in the system and they still failed him. That's so much more interesting to me than like a superhuman god or Rob Zombie's version, which is just
I think
By
I
the
want
way,
to kill my sister.
I think
By the way-
they, yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead, John. Go ahead.
yo vi las de Rob Zombie recientes porque yo estaba como curioso. Yo vi not the unrated, the theatricals. En mi opinión, yo pienso que la razón por la que esa gente fucking odia estas películas are because of the theatricals. They are so... Y no estoy diciendo que the unrated are masterpieces. No estoy diciendo eso, pero al menos the unrated tiene como que like, la esencia de Rob Zombie. It was like a Rob Zombie movie. Como que like, esos 10 o 15 minutos que cortaron makes a fucking world, mano. Porque the first 2 are so chopped up, pa' colmo. Like, you don't give a fuck about anything. Es como que bien choppy. Especialmente the second one is super fucking choppy. Like, I couldn't believe. Era like, honestamente, the second one me recordó a BBS un poco. At the way they like cut everything out and like readjusted some scenes, esto y lo otro. Pero again, they're not great movies. They're not even good movies. Pero para mí, ese rewatch que yo di, I found it more interesting than I expected, even though they're fucking terrible. So,
Not even gonna lie. I actually like the Rob Zombie versions. I actually like them better than what's come out. I mean, okay. What was it? Halloween? Which one was the one that that started this whole new endeavor?
Oh,
Halloween
2018.
No,
2018, right? It's just labeled Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, yes.
I saw that. I saw that one in the theater when it came out. I was in North Carolina on
Good.
training or whatever, and I loved that movie. I thought that movie was awesome. Like return to character. The second one, I was just like, what the fuck is like, what is going on here, bro? Like it's just random like murder porn, like left and right. Like
Loved it. I loved it.
some of the kills were laughably creative though.
Oh, sí.
I'll give you that. Like
Ese es el punto, that was the point.
Yeah.
Porque
Como Gen Evil.
that's the point. Porque como que it's done so over the top. It's a fucking comedy. And lo de Evil Dies Tonight is even unintentionally hilarious. So you get the best of both worlds. Anyways.
As the third.
Did you just homage Hannah Montana?
Yes, I did, bitch.
I love you. I'm proud of you.
Eso mismo, eso mismo.
So you do have a heart. Got it.
As this third one went on, near the end, I was just like, I guess they kept the mystique of like this version of Michael's like so unpredictable because you really don't know what the hell he would do. He would totally take in a kid, I guess. Like I didn't get it or whatever. The last couple of minutes, the final face off. Oh, by the way, kudos that little left turn that the character does. The little psycho kid. I forget his name. He's so forgettable. The
Corey Cunningham.
Yes, the whole him offing himself, like the whole him pulling the trick on Lori or whatever.
Hated it.
Really?
I hated how Lori responded. I talked about it a little earlier.
Yes. I'll agree.
that.
I hate it.
Yeah.
But for the character, I was like, oh, that's a
what
nice
he did
little,
was great.
That's a nice little twist.
Because Lori would
Yes.
be like, right when Allison was like, "Yo, dude, he tried to kill me. Don't even try to." You know what I mean? Like it would have been an immediate discussion.
Yeah, I was like, oh, he wins. Okay, I get it. Like,
Evil wins tonight.
Yeah. So, but the final scene, with the whole crucifixion and the whole
Did you like it?
you know, I thought it was okay. I thought it was all right. I didn't think it was bad.
The song was so dope.
Yeah, and the fact that she was like, okay, this really is Halloween ends, so we gotta like, you know, basically like massacre his penis, cut his wrists, cut his throat, like, you know, fucking.
Allison should have done more because if Lori's gonna kill, no, I'm saying like if Lori's gonna kill Michael, then Allison, our second lead of the fucking movie, should kill Corey Cunningham because it also completes what she's going.
I thought she was gonna be so broken she was gonna kill Lori.
Yo también pensé eso. Yo
I
estaba diciendo
But I would have hated that. I definitely would have hated that.
Why? Why would you have hated that though? It proves
Yeah,
the point
but
that it really does end because it takes out like the generational fucking trauma. You literally
Exactly.
taken out the two sources of this whole fucking town's problem. It's Lori and Mike.
I guess I'll tell you what. I would have liked it if the second one was building towards that. Because I felt because the ending of the first one, what was great about it was a lot of people were arguing on is she going to be the next killer because of the zoom in on the knife. So if they had continued that and then bring it to fruition with the third one, absolutely. Because what we had mentioned earlier is how wonderfully connected the first two movies are. That I've never seen a trilogy. I mean, at least a duology that connected before.
Yeah.
That it's like Back to the Future 2 level, but they actually planned it, which is it's just crazy to think about. So yeah. If they had built to it, I would like it, I guess.
And then obviously the whole police squad coming in and saying like we're gonna strap him to the fucking car and parade him out around town like he's the fucking muñeco de Año Nuevo, like or Año Viejo, whatever. I was like, okay, I guess the whole police force is getting indicted tonight or whatever because like
again,
police
it's
gets
because the
indicted
plot
tonight.
says so. It's because the plot says so.
So that was interesting. At the end, by the time it was done, I was like, okay, I guess it really is over. At least for another 7 years before we reboot this shit.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, because somebody's going to be like, let's get the character from Halloween 4. Let's get her final picture or whatever. I just think that if you continue it, honestly, just have each killer, and I'm taking this from Twitter. Somebody posted us on Twitter, like this could be the next trilogy, which is the season of the witch masks. And it's just like each mask is a new killer. There's a trilogy done.
I would say they're leaning more towards generational trauma. I would say that like
You
either
think that Allison will be a killer.
Allison or somebody in that family that they're gonna introduce is gonna be the next killer. Because I think that's the same thing that the Scream movies are doing now. They're basically doing like the children, the whole all the relatives, the future relatives, how they're affected by their past type shit. I think that's where these two fucking genres. I think that's where these two movies are gonna go in the future. That's just a guess. I have no. That's just a
Yo en
wild
verdad que
guess.
espero que no, porque como ustedes están diciendo, like, lo están haciendo en Scream, ahora están haciendo en Halloween otra vez, como que, come on guys, like, hagan otra cosa así diferente.
Yeah, I want it to be different because what I like about Scream is that they're whodunits.
Yeah.
And I don't want Michael Myers to be a whodunit. Like Corey Cunningham, like Lex had said, is if he was a villain of his own film, it'd be a good Halloween movie.
Sí.
And I agree with that. That
Yeah,
like you have somebody inspired by Michael and you watch their destruction of themselves. Cool, I'm in. But not in the final one, because like in Return of the Jedi, you introduce a new villain, but you don't forget about Vader. In this film, introduced a villain and forgot about Vader, and that's what frustrates me about it.
Yeah, yo estoy de acuerdo. Yeah.
I felt like the timing of this movie, while the marketing, I get it. You're trying to get close to Halloween. You should have totally released this before the Dahmer series. Because I was so desensitized by everything I saw in fucking Dahmer coming into this straight from Dahmer. Straight from Dahmer, I was just like, whoa, this is fantasy land, bro. Like,
that's the thing is that like that's scarier to me. Something like Dahmer is scary to me. And even Dahmer is not that scary to me, only because, to quote him, they don't feel anything, they go to sleep. If I had to choose between any serial killer that murders me, I'm going to go with Dahmer. Because I'm going to go to bed and I'm not going to feel nothing. Whereas John Wayne Gacy, oh, baby, you's going to feel that. Or like Leonard Lake, baby, you're going to feel that for 2 weeks. So I'm going to go ahead and take Dahmer over anybody. Because you don't feel nothing. But that show was gnarly, dude.
Yeah.
O sea, ¿a usted le gustó el de Dahmer? Es buen show. Pues yo no lo he visto todavía, so.
It goes too far. My opinion, I don't like how much. Okay, you got like 10 episodes, right? And like 6 or 7 of them are devoted to Dahmer, and then the rest are devoted to the victims. Mm-hmm. I would have liked more of like a halfway point, because the best episode of the entire series, and I wonder if Mia will agree with me, is one called, I think it's called Silence. That
is by far the best episode of that entire series.
Because it's all it is one victim. You tell the story of one victim.
Wow.
And you cry. Oh boy, do you cry. It hurts. It fucking rips you apart. Yeah. Even though it's not even factually correct. You Google the story between them. Yeah. They weren't even dating. But they playing it as if they're dating. And Dahmer is finally becoming a normal person.
Okay.
They said the neighbor, the actress which they portrayed as the neighbor, she didn't even live in that building.
Yeah, wow. She's an amalgamation of 2 people.
Yeah. Wow. But either way, the series is pretty good. Like my friend here said, the 6th episode to me was the turning point. I was starting to like drag by the 5th of like, okay, I get it or whatever. But the 6th episode to me was the very touching story. And then after that
one is Silence, right?
Yeah. The 6th episode, I believe, the 6th episode. And then the rest after that, the fallout is just insane. And
I'll tell you what I didn't like. Did you
ahead.
feel like it was Marvel Cinematic Universe of serial killers by the last episode?
No, I feel like that was a soft pitch. I feel like
weird and gross.
I mean, dude, at this day and age, like I felt like that was that was Ryan Murphy. This is Ryan Murphy, right? At the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean he's terrible.
And I felt like Ryan Murphy was like, oh, here's a little taste of what's to come in the future.
In the green room, when this is done, please remind you to tell me my Ryan Murphy story.
Is it a gross story?
Maybe. I was going to tell you a story about Ryan Murphy. Like, it could be a story about how cool he is. It could be a story about how he has like a really nice scooter that has neon lights. Or it could be a story about serial killers. Who knows? It could be
a story about how he's a sociopath because he drinks Diet Cherry Pepsi. Anyway, but
like it's something bad. It's just like a funny story about Ryan Murphy.
No, I know. I'm just kidding. But that episode, yeah, that soft pitch for the Gacy series, I was like, that was like, I understand what they're doing. They're trying to establish the fact that at the same time his trial was going on, they were trying to use the Gacy trial, right? Or they basically said that what was it that?
It was Geen and Gacy.
Exactly, or whatever. Yeah. They were. Oh dear. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I lost my train of thought now.
So I'll tell you what I was thinking, and then you can jump.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I thought that it was a little interesting. They start the 10th episode with Gacy. And the way that they did it, I thought was really interesting, where it's for like serial killer fans. and I hate saying that because I'm one of those people that really
Mhm.
enjoys reading, that they're giving you nuggets for fun, like Easter eggs. That they start off with the cup, and then they show the fucking thing, the clown in the background, and like they're not going to do it. And then he goes, "So I saw your resume." I was like, "Oh fuck, it's him! Holy shit!"
Oh my god.
And that to me,
No puedo
like
creerlo.
after I saw that, I was like, I can't believe they did that. It makes me feel weird, but also I just would rather have a Gacy show because he's so scary. He's so scary. Like, you were there.
I think
You're there.
I think that's what we're getting next from Murphy. I think that's the way he there. You're not the only one that saw that little, that soft pitch or whatever, and everybody kind of got hyped by the way that he portrayed him. I don't know if he'll choose the same actor, but
The actor, I hope it is because the actor did a great job.
I don't know. Do you have an issue with how, like, a lot of people, and this will be my last one because I have to go, but do you have an issue with how a lot of people are saying that basically que esta serie trata de humanizar?
Well, yes. My
Lo
issue
trata
is
de
that
humanizar.
it's that they spend too much time humanizing him and
Mhm.
not enough time humanizing everyone else. I think that if they did a split, 5 episodes, everyone else, sure. But it's at the end of the day, me personally, I don't give a fuck
Mhm.
about his personal life that much. Like I don't need to like his backstory to me is like one episode's worth of shit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it's not. He even says himself, it's not that interesting. His dad was not abusive.
Yeah.
His dad left, and that he had abandonment issues, obviously, and that leads to why he did what he did in terms of the reasons why he didn't want the people to leave him and abandon him. So he wanted to control them, but like the show doesn't really even go into that. Like it doesn't go into why he did it, which is really strange to me. That it's like he was big. I wanted to have power over them, but it's like that's like you did like you look at.
I didn't want them to leave. That's what he
And
said.
it doesn't go into it. Whereas you look at Dahmer's interviews, and he goes into it, and he'll tell you exactly why he did it, what he was thinking, what he was feeling. So it's like you have a resource there, and then you don't even
Yeah.
go into it. I thought that was really strange, but the direction blew my mind. I thought that the direction was it's like really sincere and sensitive, especially Carl Franklin's episode, which was the first one. I think he handled it with this like true like not just attention to detail, but like sincerity and softness. You know what I mean? Where it's not like the background of you right now. You know what I mean? Like it's not like some like horror thing. It was just the story of this poor kid wanting to get laid and make some money, and unfortunately something
Yeah.
terrible happened. So I love the direction of that show. I think it was incredible. I think the dialogue was great. It's just I spent too much time with Dahmer, and I don't give a fuck about it. I care more about the other people. What about
Yeah,
you?
it was interesting. I saw this with like 3 people, and the person I kept watching the episodes with, home or whatever, she kept on saying like, "Oh man, like, don't you feel bad for Dahmer?" I was like, "That's a funny take to have." Not that I would say that like, necessarily you're wrong, but maybe that's the way that the series is going about presenting it to you, that you're sympathizing more with the fucking serial killer instead of the victims.
Absolutely.
You know what I
You're-
mean?
You're
they're
supposed to see the tragedy.
Yeah, exactly. And she told me, but what I find funny is that I'm sympathizing with him, or I'm feeling bad for him in the series. But I've seen interviews, like you said, in real life, and he doesn't mention a goddamn thing about his parents. He doesn't feel bad about anything his parents did to him, or abandonment issues or anything like that. Like he's very straightforward about his intentions on why he did what he did.
And that to me is the terrifying nature of Jeffrey Dahmer is his interviews.
Yeah.
Those interviews will make your blood curl.
Yeah.
Uy.
So
Uy.
very, very interesting watch. Especially now, I guess, if you want to get skeeved out for Halloween. But anyway, guys, it was interesting. See you guys. I'll keep on watching. I have to go. And just in case you guys didn't know, I'm not here as Michael Myers. I'm here as Mickey Rourke. I gotta go. I'll see you guys later.
Okay, eso tuvo. Okay,
That was so mean. Oh my gosh.
Okay, yeah. Pues, vamos a terminar también nosotros, ¿verdad? ¿O quieres darle más pela?
Dale más pela. I haven't seen you in a minute.
Okay.
Maybe now we can talk about, I think we've kind of beaten a dead horse with Halloween, what we didn't like. We talked about what we liked. Let's talk a little bit more about the score, maybe. And then from there, we can talk about recent films we've watched that we enjoyed.
Okay, fair enough.
Tell me what you thought about the trilogy score. Because to me, Halloween, the most important part is the score.
Yeah. Okay, te voy a ser bien claro.
Please go.
Yo usualmente lo que yo hago es que yo escucho el score aparte, porque lo que pasa es que, like, yo no sé si es el mix, pero yo no escucho bien el score. Como que el score está como que viene en background, no sé si esto te ha pasado a ti, pero me recuerdo que me encantó el de Kills. Ese score estaba cabrón y puso
Especially all the Evil Dies Tonight stuff sounded so good.
Hasta la canción de Ghost al final, cabronísima. Ya está escuchando un buen rato. Es como que like, eso es el punto de Kills. Kills es una película metalera. Mira, si es una película seria de horror, ¿por qué puñeta pones Ghost al final? Like, esto es puro party.
That's a metal song, right?
Yeah, por eso, yeah, porque es puro party.
Interesting. Like, so you think so you're okay, that's interesting.
Okay.
So Halloween Kills is a metal action film. Interesting.
Yeah, como yo pondría como algo como The Sadness también, como que like esta película no importa un carajo, esta película que como que like go into the deeper issues, como la primera de Halloween 2018. Es como que quiere the shit they just want to tell you, te quiere entretener by killing a bunch of fucking people with a ton of blood in slow motion. Eso es lo que quieren ver. Y ya, y eso es lo que Kills me dio a mí y por eso que me la disfruto, y entonces the movie is not good.
So let me ask you a question. Mm-hmm. There is a metal horror film that I'd seen ages ago about, and the music is all metal, and it's about a painter who paints like Antichrist type shit, and the paintings come to life and start murdering people and shit. Does that ring a bell for you?
No.
I guess I'll just look it up later. Yeah, so
okay,
what about in the first Halloween 2018, the cues like the shape hunts Allison, like the scene when she sees her friend with the spike through him, and then she's like, and it just starts blaring. Like, do you like that kind of shit?
No, a mí me encanta all that type of shit. Yeah. Yo pienso que Carpenter con sus scores recientes, like, es como Reznor y su compañero también. They haven't like missed a thing. Like, no hay uno que diga, esto suena una mierda. No, todos han pegado.
How is the Firestarter soundtrack?
No lo he escuchado.
Okay, let's listen to it and we'll discuss it ourselves because I'm curious. He's great. He's a great musician.
Yeah, tremendo. Yeah. Me da pena que like como pues he's retired from filmmaking, from music.
He's not retired.
But for
it's
making
Hollywood retired him, and that's what's that's what's sad. So, por ejemplo, his favorite video game is Dead Space.
Sí, él quiere hacer una película.
Yeah. How has that not happened yet?
Yeah.
How has that not happened?
Yeah.
You literally have the only surviving master of horror, essentially. Say, okay, I want to make your movie. Just fucking do it, bro.
Yeah.
It's like you got him or Wes Craven. Like, okay, he's a great one. We're not talking about score, just directing.
Okay, see.
Just directing. Not output, just directing.
Okay.
Wes or Carpenter? Who is the king of horror for you?
Carpenter. Yeah. A mí me encanta Wes, pero Wes tuvo más películas malas que buenas. Eso hablando claro.
I think I disagree entirely with that. I think John Carpenter's a lot worse movies.
No, papi. No.
Because Wes has got 4 basically amazing movies. Plus The Hills Have Eyes.
Plus, ¿tú has visto Hills Have Eyes? ¿Tú has visto esa? ¿La has visto?
It's pretty fine. It's a 70s
Exacto,
picture,
it's fine, pero no es como que like a masterpiece. It's just
but at the time, it blew people's minds.
But at the time,
yeah, but we can't like Last House on the Left blew people's fucking minds, bro.
Pero Last House on the Left es una mejor película que la de Hills.
Sure, fair. So that's 5. There's 5 fucking movies that are already like stone cold classics.
Okay, pero mira, te voy a caer la boca fácil, pero
I know, but I'm not done yet.
Okay.
New Nightmare, which is fucking dope.
Nightmare
on Elm Street.
No me recuerdo muy bien.
Okay, Nightmare on Elm Street. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna count Hills Have Eyes.
Okay.
That's 9. That's 9 fucking. I'm just literally gonna just pull up his IMDb. That is 9 smash hits. And I love Carpenter. I think Carpenter's a better director, but I don't know if it's fair. I just say he has a better output because Carpenter. I can't even think of 9 of his movies that.
I mean, I can.
Okay. So,
es más, yo voy a ver su filmography.
Yeah, you bring up Carpenter. I'm gonna bring up Wes Craven.
Exacto,
I wish we could share the screens. Finally, we're fighting. I was hoping we'd get into an argument.
Oh my God.
And it's funny because we agree that Carpenter's better, but I disagree about the output.
Which is insane. Pero mira.
You know what's more insane is that you don't have long hair.
Ya te expliqué lo que pasó, so. I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
Wait,
11.
you gotta say them out loud. You gotta say them out loud, baby.
Okay, con gusto.
Because if you're saying Escape from
No.
Los Angeles, I'll fucking kill you.
Nene, relax, cálmate, relax.
Fucking-
Aunque me gusta la película, pero I agree it's not his best, pero me gusta. Ok. Assault of Precinct 13, Halloween, like, ya por Halloween, he's a fucking, like, he's a master for life, por Halloween nada más. Pero, ok,
Agreed.
Escape from New York, está cabrona.
Cabrona. It's literally one of my favorite movies of all time. Love that.
Tremenda. Mira qué cosa más loca. Yo odié esa película cuando la vi por primera vez, pero ahora me encanta.
Fair
I
enough, man.
I
It's
just
great
thought
picture.
it era too slow for me. But anyways, the thing, the thing,
7.
Christine,
See, I'm only counting 7.
pues, okay. The Thing, Christine, que me encanta, es una tremenda película también, la del carro asesino. Starman,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold on. 7, 8. So you're counting Starman.
yeah.
Okay,
I
fine.
count
I'll give
Starman.
you Starman at 9, so they're tied then.
No, y Big Trouble in Little China, que es una de las mejores películas que
I
la
already
he
counted that. I'm
Oh,
telling
no,
you what I'm
yeah,
counting.
sorry.
I'm telling you what I'm counting.
Okay.
Oh yeah, go. Sorry. Go,
Okay.
go.
Mira, aquí está la trilogía, The Apocalypse Trilogy, como él dice, que es Big Trouble, Prince of Darkness y They Live. 3 de las mejores películas que él ha hecho. 3, papi. Fuck you. Ahí estamos.
I counted them.
Ok, pues. In the
So here's
Mouth
what
of
I counted.
Madness. In the Mouth of Madness, que me encanta también, es una tremenda película.
That's good.
Y a mí,
Wait, it's good. In the Mouth of Madness is
yeah,
good.
tremenda película. Yeah. Seriously, great movie. Great movie.
Can you send me that in Starman, please?
Okay.
After this, just send me. Well, I'll tell you. I'll just have a bunch of.
Yeah. Hablamos ahorita. Y por último, I actually have a soft spot for vampires.
Yeah, but we're not counting that. That doesn't.
Why?
Because it's not a stone. It's not like we're talking about like Stone Cold classics.
Pues cuánto
Like,
yo
that's
dije,
not a-
dije 10, pero yo dije 10. I just said 10.
So that we're tied. Okay, so I'm telling you what I'm saying.
No, pero tú
I'll
dijiste
tell you what I'm
9, yo
saying.
dije 10.
Yeah, but one of them I disagree with, which is vampires.
Oh.
So what I'm saying, hey, look at the private chat, by the way, what I said. Look at the private chat, what I said. Remember. No, so Assault Precinct 13, Halloween, Fog, Escape from New York, The Thing, Christine, Starman, Big Trouble, They Live, Mouth of Madness. That's 9.
Pero ¿y Prince of Darkness se te quedó esa, papi? A mí me encanta Prince of Darkness.
Never seen it.
Pues mira para allá, You
A
missed.
group of graduate students and scientists uncover an ancient canister in an abandoned church, but when they open the container, they inadvertently unleash a strange liquid on an evil force in all humanity.
Esa película es one of the creepiest de él. Hay una escena que sí, hay una escena que me para los pelos just thinking about it ahora.
Does he do the score for it?
Sí, yeah.
For that, I'll check it out. Let me ask you a question about Halloween scores. Because I have only seen one, Rob Zombie's one, David Gordon Green's one, 2, and 3. Those are the only Halloween movies I've ever seen.
Wow.
I just had never. I started Halloween 2 after I finished 1, and I was like, I'm bored. I'm good. Don't need this. When I was a kid, so it's like I have never seen any of them. I was thinking of watching H2O tonight, just out of just curiosity. So, in terms of the score, do those Halloween movies have good scores, like a good synthesizer score?
La única que tiene a good score es Season of the Witch. Y esa no cuenta.
And is it synthesizer?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll download it.
Yeah.
So you're telling me that Halloween didn't have a good score from Season of the Witch up until David Gordon Green's?
Yeah.
That's really sad.
Yeah, I know, right? Porque they reuse the theme over and over again con diferentes variaciones, pero like it's not great.
It's boring. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think.
Y Carpenter no la hizo, by the way. Carpenter no la hizo. Fue su asistente.
No, yeah, I know. I know he only wrote the second one in terms of the film. And
La segunda o tercera he wrote.
He wrote Season of the Witch.
Yeah, he wrote the score, sí.
Espérate, John Carpenter wrote the score for Season of the Witch.
Yeah. Oh, ahora está bueno, ¿verdad? Oh.
I mean, yeah, John Carpenter is amazing.
Yeah.
I want to see John Carpenter get into a synthesizer fight with Robert Rodriguez. It'd be amazing, bro. It'd be fucking amazing. You remember that one time that Steve Jablonsky was composing Transformers? And he's like, I gotta come up with like a theme for the Autobots. So what if I took the main theme from Escape from New York. I still can't get over that, dude. It's the same theme. The
Yeah.
boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, yo cuando tú me diste eso, yo como que like, there's no way. Dame escuchar esto. Y yo como lo escuché como que like, en mi mente tú puedes ver like the Saw 360, like, oh my god.
Do, 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 do.
Oh
Yeah,
my
eso-
god, Steve, what have you done? Anyways.
Eso me pasó con el score de True Romance because I had never seen Badlands. And then I popped on Badlands and I was like, Hans, what have you done?
Mano, sí, verdad. And it's not even like a copiete, como que like está como que fixing some shit. No, it's casi like note for note.
What
Insane.
have you done, Mr. Zimmer? And what
Pero
sucks
to be
is
fair-
that his
to be
version is
fair-
still better.
Yeah.
That's
Pero
what
to
they
be,
said.
to be fair, tal vez Tony Scott estaba
Oh,
on
that's
his
a- that's-
stamp y pues he loved it too much y dijo, hazme esto exactamente.
That is a Tony Scott thing.
Yeah.
Tony, 100%.
Mira,
After this,
pase-
please remind me
Uh-huh.
to tell you a really great story that I heard today about composers. A really cool.
By the way, el score de Halloween 2 y Season 2 de la original, those three scores originales son cabrones. Like, esos tres
Okay.
nada más. Then you're
1,
done.
2, and 3.
Ya, que lo hizo Carpenter, los tres.
Yeah. So basically, the only good Halloween scores are the ones that Carpenter does.
Exacto, yeah.
Okay. Pues I'm gonna text Lex and start shutting it down.
Yes.
T-minus 5 minutes. So what have you seen recently that blew your load?
That's a good question. Dame abrir my letterbox. Porque eso que yo hago cuando llevo mucha mierda, like I just open my letterbox. y
Oh
ver
wait, can I make fun of your letterbox?
No, don't. Yo soy bien sensitivo con eso.
Genesis Solo.
Oh my god, shut up.
Cambio.
Oh my god.
Actually,
Kill me,
wait.
Lord. Kill me, Lord. Kill me now. Okay, pero yo te voy a decir algo que blew my mind.
Why
No,
did you give the Fanatic 6 stars? I didn't even know that 6 stars was possible.
Pues, tú sabes. Yo estaba
Greatest
inspirado
film
ese día.
ever made. That's what it says. Greatest
Yeah.
film. Wow.
Yeah. Especialmente como they treat the mental health, como que tan, tú sabes. You know, anyways.
You
But
gave
entonces-
Halloween Ends a 3.5.
Yeah.
What did you give Kills?
Yo creo que le di 2.
Okay, so you like
Dos y
Ends
medio.
more than Kills.
Yeah, Ends es mejor que Kills.
You're crazy,
Para mí.
bro.
Yeah. Pero yo vi actually, yo no sé si tú has visto, pero have you seen Lost Highway, la de Lynch?
Yeah.
You don't like it?
Yes. I saw it in film school. I have to see it again. At least in the semester at film school. I gotta see it again.
Wow. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it makes sense. Tremenda película, it blew my mind. David Lynch is a master. It's like, me encantó esa película. I haven't seen it in like 10 years. So, para ver the Criterion version, que se ve all clean with the sound, like awesome.
I saw that Moonfall has 2 stars. I heard somebody say that Moonfall is hilarious.
It's bad. It's a bad movie, yeah.
So it's not too so bad. It's good.
It's so bad, it's good for me. Por eso fue que di 2 estrellas.
So wouldn't it be more stars?
¿Cómo es?
So shouldn't it be more stars?
No, 2 is just fine.
Also, Halloween Kills, you gave it 3.5, so it's tied. I think that that's something I can sort of get behind.
Yo pensaba que le di 2, I swear to God. Hay una película que va, tú estás hablando del director Carl Franklin. Una película que yo vi que se llama Once False Move. Is a masterpiece. Have you heard about that movie? Have you seen it? Oh,
Carl Franklin is dope, dude.
no, tremendo. Y el
It's
Devil in
really
the Blue
good.
Dress también, like, it's a solid noir mystery que me gustó mucho a mí.
One Night in Miami, you only gave it 3 stars?
I didn't like that movie a lot. I know. Yep, I'm a racist. Anyways,
What? I was not.
No, but I'm kidding. I'm fucking with you. Pero no sé.
I love your
me aburrió.
1917 rating.
Credi, I don't remember that.
It's interesting. You gave it 2.5 stars, 1917.
Okay, yeah, that seems fair. Yeah.
I think that the night window scene is one of the dopest, most cinematic scenes I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, sí.
I think.
Por eso
that-
fue que yo 2 estrellas y medio, pero no sé nada más.
Yeah, hold on. And I think that the I think that one's worth a star and a half.
Yeah.
And I think that the sequence of them running is worth a star.
Yeah,
The score for that movie is glorious, bro. He went nuts with that score. He's like, what if I were to give you a 1990s Hans Zimmer? I don't know why I gave him a French accent.
Yeah, you're diciendo, what the fuck?
French accent, okay? We're giving it to him.
Yeah. Tú sabes algo, te vas a odiar, pero I hated the score la primera que la escuché. Porque en el contexto de la película, para mí, yo pensaba que era demasiado melodramático, pero when I heard it on its own, I loved it.
Interesting. You thought it was melodramatic?
Yeah.
But it's a fucking war movie. Of course it's gonna be melodramatic.
Yeah, pero es como que like it kind of rough.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is better than Parasite.
Mi gente, vamos a hablar claro. Like, I was in a very altered state dando esos ratings. So,
does that mean you're high?
I was high on cinema por Tarantino, because cuando yo salí de ver esa película estaba como, this is one of the greatest movies of all time, la de Hollywood, esto está cabrón, pero obviamente I've mellowed out. Es una tremenda película, como saben, y a mí me encanta. Yo sé que hay mucha gente que la odia, pero yeah, para mí
it's definitely one of the movies ever made, for sure.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Pero Parasite y Once Upon, para mí son como que like, yeah, they're like.
What is Climax, and why does it have 0 stars? Is that another one of that Homeboys movies?
Climax?
Yeah, it's a movie you've got on here from 97. Ah, yeah, of course it is. Gaspar.
A mí me encantó esa película, como que de 1 star. No, you're fucking with me. You're fucking with me.
I think you just forgot to rate it then. I was just curious.
Yeah. Es una buena película. Es super nihilistic, pero es como que nihilistic in all its right ways para mí.
I should really get on Letterboxd, because this is really cool to see this, because I feel like I get to know you and your taste a little bit better.
Oh yeah.
But I wish that under like some of these hot takes that it had like a little blurb. So for example, like Fate of the Furious, you give it 2.5 stars. I wish there was a blurb as to why. For example, if I did Fate of the Furious, I'd probably give it 4 stars, and my blurb would literally say, a submarine chases a car, period. What else do you need? Question mark. Like, that's it. I'm done. There's my movie.
Sí.
Okay, Spectre, 1.5 stars.
Oh yeah. I hate
it. Demasiado, cabrón. Eso es demasiado.
No.
Eso es demasiado, cabrón. Eso es demasiado.
I hate that movie with a fiery passion.
Estoy diciendo que le diste demasiado.
Okay.
Furious 7, you gave it 3 stars. That's interesting. I kind of feel you on that one, because I felt that the action, it just felt different than Justin Lin's vibe. And I love Justin Lin's vibe. That's like, I'm gonna give you a lot of cranes up and down as things are going. I'm gonna give you quick cuts, but everything is center framed, so you know what's going on. And I'm not to say James Wan is bad, because James Wan has really great shots, like that everybody is now copying. So you can say that he started that. Love that. Who cares happens it? Pero, he made it popular, and I think that's cool. But my issue with Furious 7 is the middle just kind of feels like it just kind of like lags a little bit until it gets to the finale. Mm-hmm. But the action set pieces are still pretty cool, I guess.
¿Tuviste la versión rated de la película?
Absolutely.
Pero entonces el Warner del principio.
That's what we were talking about earlier, that it's really frustrating that the studio made him speed it up.
Sí, that was stupid.
Yeah,
it doesn't even make sense. Like, la película es larga como sea. Like, what the fuck are you even doing?
I know, and it's such a great camera shot that they spent money on, that James Wan did an incredible job with. Let us see it, So I'm glad for the unrated cut. Just like, this is a very expensive camera shot. Lone Ranger, 3.5 stars. I can agree with that. I'm sorry. Lone Survival. Lone Ranger, 2.5 stars. I can't agree with, because the movie is extremely fucking racist. The movie. Hold on, listen. It's extremely racist. It's got an insane amount of whitewashing, and it's a little bit. Wait. And it's a little bit sexist. And I still think 2.5 stars is too little. It's that I think that the 11 minutes in that movie is like the greatest 11 minutes I've seen in so long, that it's like, if they just released that 11-minute train sequence,
the
and that's it, I'm done. I'm done. That's the greatest short film ever made. Go.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's sad que tú tienes que aguantar 2 horas y pico of pure bullshit solo para encontrarte con ese final.
I know the action. I would argue that every action scene in that movie is amazing. It's just that the train one is another level.
Yes,
Because like the opening action scene is fucking insane with the Texas Rangers. Like, bleh, I hate Texas Rangers. Pero I want to make a Lone Ranger movie so bad because I'd be like, okay, thank you so much for this really interesting backstory. But he's actually going to quit the Texas Rangers because they're racist pieces of shit. So he's the actual Texas Ranger, the only one that's defending people. So he's the Lone Ranger. Go fuck yourself. He's going to fight Texas Rangers. That's why they would never let me make a Lone Ranger movie.
Yeah.
Because I just like, give me a Lone Ranger. and
Because
so-
it will be actually good, guys.
I hope so, man. That'd be real neat. That'd be real neat to make a good movie. I wonder what that feels like. Fast and Furious 6, 3.5 stars. Super disagree. I think that's like legit. That's my favorite Fast film.
A mí me encanta porque le 3.5.
Yeah, I think that's like a 4.5 star movie for me.
No,
That's
tampoco,
that's-
no, like, that's too high.
It's
Como
perfect,
que
bro.
the
It's a
story,
perfect plot.
bueno, vamos a hablar claro, the storytelling está como que soso, como siempre con estas películas, pero...
Yeah, but that's why it's hilarious because
Pero,
the
okay,
movie's hilarious because they chase a giant plane.
no, pero tú eres contra 3.5 por the trolling, pero yo estoy siendo sincero y decir, vamos a ver claro. like,
Sincero, I still give it that because fine, I'll give it 4 stars.
está bien.
You give it 3.5, you should give 4. It's very well made, especially in today's age of action scenes done inside of studios. So there's
Mhm.
kind of like a lack of like verisimilitude within the action scenes. Fast 6 has like really insane action scenes that still feel. When I say real, I don't mean realistic. What I mean is that you're there, experiencing it with them.
Yeah.
And I think that is legitimately genius action directing.
La
And
escena de Londres, ese chase de Londres es uno de los mejores chases que yo he visto en mi vida. Bar
it's
none.
incredible. And what's really sad is we almost had him back, but unfortunately,
I know.
now we have Louis Leterrier, however you say his name. He is known for shooting really fast and having a lot of crane shots coming in to get coverage. So I am excited to see how that translates into action scenes. That's going to be an interesting. That could be a really interesting translation.
Yo no
Because
tengo
it's actually-
mucha fe de ese director porque nunca me ha gustado, regardless, pero pues, vamos a lo que
Well,
pasa.
I will argue that Incredible Hulk was
Yo
really.
sabía. Entonces con la fucking, yo sabía que te iba a traer de esa carta de Incredible
No,
Hulk.
let's just say I think it's really interestingly shot. That's all
No,
I'm saying. I think it's really interestingly shot. And the Fast films are already written. It's not like he's going to be adding the themes. They're only getting there just to complete the movie and to shoot it, essentially.
Mhm.
So I think his shots, I think there's something that could work. I would have preferred Brad Furman, who did The Lincoln Lawyer, that he hasn't done much action scenes. And I think that's what would be really interesting because he likes
¿Qué él más dirigido?
he did Runner, and he did The Informant, and he was up for Fast 7. And I thought that would have been a really interesting choice because he does like grungy kind of like shootouts and stuff. And I would love to see that kind of shit brought in there. Another director I think would be dope is this dude from Puerto Rico,
¿Qué?
Jordan Andrés Santagana.
Oh, no, uno de los
I
mejores
think-
directores ever.
I think he'd do a great Fast movie. I will take you guys to space. I'd take you to underwater. I'll take you to another planet if you ask for it. I will do whatever you want, Vin Diesel. Just let me blow some shit up.
Yes, Master. Literalmente, él es Darth Sidious, tú eres este Vader, literal.
Well, yeah, for a job, but like for a job like that, where it's like, and the general populace knows like that this is a Vin Diesel film. You're there just like leading the ship. That would be a really fun ship to lead because you get to frame up some things that you never have the opportunity to frame up ever again, like a car driving off of a fucking plane and then following
a mí
it.
me encanta eso. Yo en mi caso, I'll be like, ¿sabes? Yo tengo ya como que el terror a studio filmmaking, empezando with all the horror stories about que ponen gente indie and they put in this big machinery and they fuck it up o algo pasa, you know. So.
But I would get fucked up for Fast and Furious just because I get to film cars blowing up. That just sounds fun. Like I'll fucking take that paycheck, baby. Like
Okay.
Okay, like
Dilo, just say I just want to get paid.
No, but you're getting paid for blowing things up. That's awesome.
Yeah, but I want to get paid by blowing things up and making you cry. I want to do that.
Yes, but what if you could use the blowing things up money to then make a movie to blow things up and make
con la-
think
este
people
con la-
cry with your own
Mira,
power.
con la lógica, yo como que like, I'll be crying on set, Vin Diesel sabe que soy un pendejo que yo no subo para nada, I'll be like,
And then I'm just jumping in like, all right, Vin, what are we blowing up today?
ajá. Yo no sé, yo soy tan antagonistic con bullies, and he looks like a fucking bully. Y yo sé que él y yo will be bad butting heads, you know.
I mean, Vin Diesel's pretty intimidating. I would just be like, all right, bro, whatever you want, dog. You've beaten up enough people in movies.
Pero
I don't.
yo sé, pero hay maneras de lidiar con la gente.
Cabrón, can I just be sarcastic? You smooth-brained cock-sucking piece of shit.
Sí.
The Core, I've never seen that one.
Oh
Tears
my
of
god.
the Sun. I think my favorite part of Tears of the Sun is that
Core.
there is a scene that you can
Uh-huh.
tell they rented an aircraft carrier for like 1 or 2 days only. And it's like whenever they call that one guy in the aircraft carrier, it's like the same time of day, same shots. And I'm like, oh my God, they only had like a day for this, bro. That's amazing. And he makes up like 30% of the movie. So that always made me laugh as a kid, like watching that. I was just like, that's funny.
Oh my god. Yo me recuerdo que yo la vi porque yo quería dar un chance a Antonio Fuqua. Yo quería dar un chance. I want to give him so bad like a chance. Yo no quiero pensar que Training Day was a fluke. Así que yo
It's
me metí a
funny
ver.
you say that because I just looked at your 5-star rating for Training Day. Great film.
Yeah. Masterpiece, baby.
You gave The Grinch 1 star.
Oh yeah, that was a piece of shit.
Wait,
That
really?
was awful.
I
That
haven't
was
seen
awful.
it. I haven't seen it since I was a kid. Really.
Yeah, fine. Stop. You're good. Just stop. Don't do it. A menos que tú te guste like que era como que 1 hora y media de cringe, and then go for it. But it's a bad movie, bro. It's really bad.
A ti te gustó 25th Hour.
Oh yeah. Hace tiempo no me encantó esa película. Yeah.
So Scream, I actually have an issue with what you rated Scream.
Oh my god. Ahora es que. Dale.
You rated it 4.5 stars.
Uh-huh.
The movie's worth 5 stars. I think you need to go back and give it that extra star, sir. I'm sorry, but I'm so sorry, sir. I'm gonna have to ask you to do that.
Oh my god.
You're gonna give Heat 5 stars, but you're not gonna give Scream 5 stars. That sounds like horror prejudice to me.
Yo no sé por qué le di contra 3.5. I think I should give it 5 and just like, I don't know.
Yeah, Scream's amazing. It's perfect, bro. Crimson Tide has 5 stars. Crimson Tide, great film. So how's Scream not gonna have 5 stars?
Yo no sé qué me pasó ese día.
Mi gente, él estaba fumando demasiado.
Yo estaba fumando, right, smoking with rage. The rage inside of me. I was like fuming. Era como los muñequitos. Pero algo me encabronó ese día y estaba como que like, esto no merece 5, 4.5.
Oh man.
Yeah. So judge me.
I'm just
Judge
waiting
my
for
rating.
Lex to come in. Have you heard the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
Oh my Christ. Here we go again. Este with the fucking Plagueis bullshit.
Have you seen the criterion of Deep Cover?
Sí.
The cover.
Yeah, and I rated it. Está ahí.
Yeah, but the cover of Deep Cover is a really good cover.
The cover of Deep Cover, I get it.
Yeah, but in verdad, like, it's a really gorgeous cover. The neon photo.
Yeah. Es una buena película para like, it's a great film.
Yeah. Hudson Hawk. I've always been curious about that movie.
Ajá.
What the fuck is it?
Esa es una buena pregunta. What the fuck is it? Because esa es la película. What the fuck is it?
Oh, Lex is here. All right, let's go to the green room. I gotta tell you some shit.
Okay.
When you're ready, let me know and I'll play the outro. Well, and we talked a lot about Halloween. Talked a lot about Scream. Today was a good horror day. Thank you guys for listening. Once again, my name is Nick Castle. You can see me in such films as Halloween, Halloween 2, Halloween 4, Halloween 5, H2O, Halloween, Halloween Kills, and Halloween Ends. You can also catch me on Twitter at Nick Castle. So please, thank you, and please support my acting career because now that they killed my only source of income, I need to find something else to be. So yeah, that's me, Nick Castle. What about you, gents? Toto?
Well, you can find me anywhere. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Facebook. I'll be there, guys.
You'll be there.
I'll be
And
there. And
you can also find, Go ahead.
you can find me at Jen Solo is here on every single social media.
including Parlor.
Oh my god! Oh my
Yeah,
god!
everybody,
Let's
Jen
wrap it
Soto-
up. Let's wrap it up. It's over.
Soto loves Parlor, loves Trump, loves Mike Chernovich.
Chacho. Ese Jordan Peterson, ese tipo is like it's a genius.
Wait, don't say his name. YouTube won't let this video come up.
Oh my god, what have I done?
What have you done?
Oh my god. It's a joke, people. I hate those people. For real.
Yeah, they suck.
Yeah.
Days of Thunder. That's a good movie.
Oh boy. Yeah. I love it.
This
It's
doesn't
a
hate.
guilty pleasure for me.
Yeah, but you only give it 2 stars, so it's not really that guilty of a pleasure.
Well, okay. Eso, yeah, porque. Yeah, pero como que yo la vi reciente otra vez. So, esa fue la primera vez que la vi. La vi reciente otra vez. I kind of like enjoyed it un poquito más, to be fair. So.
Okay. We're ready, Lex.
We're ready.